Notice what you're noticing. So when something comes into your awareness, that's the first step in healing, because you're aware of it now, that is an opportunity for you. Maybe you've got this relationship going on and you're reacting the same way something is triggering you. It's so important to notice that and say, I'm not getting the results that I want out of that reaction. I need to respond differently.
This Passage to Profit Minute was brought to you by Gerhardt Law, specializing in patents, trademarks, and copyrights, serving entrepreneurs worldwide.
To find a broadcast near you, visit our website at passagetoprofitshow.com.
It's about to go down. Welcome to Artesia Bulldog Football on KSVP AM and FM and online at ksvptv.com. The district season draws to a close, and today your Artesia Bulldogs head for the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces to take on the Trojans of Mayfield High. The battle is on. Bulldog Football on KSVP AM and FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by PVT, Sondy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Wardenson, H.F. Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Tate Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, La Fonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Now, on to the action.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here with KSVPTV.com and KSVP Radio, and joined by Coach Jeremy Maupin, head coach for the Artesia football Bulldogs. And Coach, before we get into this final week against the Mayfield Trojans, let's talk a little bit about Goddard and what you guys saw. I mean, I know what you saw because we saw it too, but from your coaching perspective, you got the big win over Goddard. Give us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we came out playing really well. I thought we had a good first drive to move down the field and get points on the board. And then our defense came out, got them pinned back deep, got a punt, did some good things, got up on them 13-0, and then we kind of let them back into the game there. Second quarter, went down. They had a long drive. Their running back had a really good game against us. He was tough to tackle, and I think early in the game we were really just trying to smoke him every time. I mean, hit him hard instead of wrapping up and making good tackles. And then we got where we weren't executing on offense. We missed a critical third and short. And then we had a late fumble, gave them a late touchdown before half to tie it up. And then, flip it around, and we went in halftime. We said there's three things that are happening. We said, as a coach, I'm getting too worried about things that we can't control. As an offense, we're not executing, and as a defense, we're not wrapping up and tackling. I said those three things, we're going to come out and have a lot better second half, and really liked our focus at halftime. Our guys were in there paying attention to coaches and drawing things up on the board and asking good questions, and then came out and just really responded. Started with Payne Deans had the big pick six, kind of just took it away from the guy, and then ran in the end zone. And then our Rhino package, which had gotten stuffed earlier in the game, came out there, and we got the 2-point conversion. And then from there, it just kind of seemed we got on a roll. Our offense, we didn't punt again in the second half. We were able to get some extra guys in on offense and defense, which is always good against a district opponent. And I just thought we came out and just, 35-0 second half is how we looked at it and what we told our guys. And so a lot of momentum heading into this week.
Well, so let's roll into this week. You've had practice. It's a longer week than normal. It's more like playoffs, which is okay because you're getting ready to go to the playoffs. But by having the game at Mayfield today, Saturday at noon, you had a longer week. So talk about practice a little bit, how the focus was, and how are you guys coming into this ball game?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we told our guys. We're getting a head start on playoffs, having a Saturday game. It's a little weird that it's at 12. That was an NMA rule that came out just this summer, that any game played on the last Saturday has to start at 12. It can't start at 1. I guess it's for the max preps rankings or something coming out. So a little bit different. I've never played a game at 12, so we were kind of laughing about that the other day. And so we came in this week, gave them off Saturday, and then came in Monday, watched film. I thought we had a really good film session, good lift. And then this week's been a little cooler, nice practices. Yesterday was a little windy, but you got to practice throwing in the wind and doing things in the wind when you're playing in the playoffs in New Mexico. And so overall, really good practice this week. Excited for where we are, and our goal this week is to go 3-0 and win a district championship, and then refocus and see how things come out on Saturday night and make a run at the playoffs.
Well, you've got the Mayfield Trojans, and now part of our district. Still a highly ranked team. They're right now 0-2 as Goddard and Roswell both defeated them, but always a dangerous team. Just talk a little bit about Mayfield. They got great coaches. A little bit about those guys.
Yeah, I mean, the Bradleys are pretty famous in this state, kind of like the Hendersons. They've won a lot of championships, and now both brothers are there. Gary's there from Carlsbad, went this year, and so I always think they're kind of like us. They got a lot of traditions there. They do a lot of things that are really, football. The school really backs the football team and supports those guys, and so we know they're going to give us their absolute best game, and they're going to coach us hard, and they're going to get after us, and we know we got a battle on our hands, and we know just like everyone else, when you're highly ranked or now, like you said, 2-0 in district, we got a target on our back, and they know they can come in and they beat us. It changes things, and so we need to make sure that we're focused and ready to go play, and I think our guys are ready.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a great year so far. Bulldog fans, it's kind of as Coach said, it's kind of a weird time for high school football. It's kind of like college football. They start all hours of the day. I've been to a noon game before at the college level with family that played, and so it is a little bit different. But Bulldog fans, if you're not already at the Field of Dreams, hopefully you're there, there on your way. But if you can't make it, you're out of state or out of the country even, stay tuned right here at KSVPTV.com and KSVP Radio. As at the top of the hour at noon, we're going to have the live football action as the Artesia Bulldogs being hosted by the Mayfield Trojans. Also, stay tuned right here on the pregame shows. We got some player interviews as well as the scout team coach coming up.
Guacamole. The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
What's tougher than a Ford truck? Finding a Ford truck. Artesia Ford Sales is ready to help with a great selection of certified pre-owned Ford trucks. All certified pre-owned vehicles qualify for low 0.99% interest for 36 months. If a new Ford truck is what you want, let us order your new truck from the factory. Artesia Ford can price protect your selection. The price today is the price you'll pay when your new truck is delivered. Don't let buying a new truck be tough. Make buying a Ford truck easy by visiting Artesia Ford Sales today.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before. even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
My name is Kane Solman. I'm number 35. I'm going to be a senior this year. My parents are Brian Solman and Deborah Glotto. I also play golf. My favorite football team is the Denver Broncos. And my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the tradition.
My name is Giles McSpadden. I'm number 36. I'm going to be a senior, and my parents are Misty and Wes McSpadden. My favorite football team is the Green Bay Packers, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the traditions here.
My name is Jeremiah Chavez. My number is 37. I'm a sophomore. My parents are David and Stacy Chavez. I am also involved in track. My favorite football team is the Green Bay Packers, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the traditions.
My name is Cody Johnson. I'm number 44. I'm a sophomore. My parents are Chris and Amy Johnson. I'm also involved in baseball. My favorite football team is the Cleveland Browns. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is the traditions.
My name is Matthew Soto. I'm number 64. I am a senior. My mom is Lydia Davis. My favorite football team is the Kansas City Chiefs, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the team bonding.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
At Wilbanks Trucking Services of Artesia, we understand that every hour of every day is critical to your profitability and long-term success. Specializing in oil rig mobilization, crane and production services, Wilbanks Trucking Services operate full-service terminals in Artesia, Hobbs, and the Permian Basin. With our highly trained professionals, we can ensure that all projects, even the most complex, are performed smoothly and efficiently, providing a competitive advantage for our customers. For more information, please visit our website at www.wilbanks.us or call 575-746-6318 today.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs. There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate, we love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Incredible Printing is open for business. Located across the street from the Derek Floor statue in Artesia, Incredible Printing is Artesia's only local printer. Incredible Printing makes your business that high-flying brochure needed to advertise those new services or products. Incredible Printing also specializes in all carbon copy books and material. Incredible Printing is open in Artesia, across from the Derek Floor statue.
Welcome back here, Bulldog fans, on the KSVPTV.com and KSVP Radio as we continue the pregame here leading up to Mayfield, and I'm joined by Coach Olivas, the special teams coach. And, Coach, before we get to the scouting report, I just wanted to congratulate you. You're the special teams coach, as I just said, and you guys, man, just having a fantastic year special teams-wise. It's been fun watching, number one, you've run teams out of the Starburst. That's not normal.
Yes, sir. We spend a lot of time on special teams. I mean, a lot of other teams we scout, they just want the ball back, or they just want to kick the ball and don't want to give up any big plays, or just happy to get the ball back. Whereas us, we want to make a difference. We want to score, or we want to get the ball from a turnover. So we spend a lot of time going over some of the things we're gonna do on special teams each week.
Yeah, and been very successful both from the kicking standpoint and the punting standpoint, and then both returns. I mean, we've had multiple returns for touchdowns when people have kicked to us and when they punted to us. So just wanted to say that to you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. All right, so let's talk about Mayfield. Let's go to their kicking game. Talk about their kicking game, if they've got a special punter, special kicker, if they're real talented, or what they do.
Yes, sir. They actually had the same kicker from last year, number 14. He can get he can get into the end zone. I don't know if last week, I know Roswell runs a starburst, kind of like you talked about. They didn't kick it deep to them. They squib kicked it. So we might expect that. But if they want to kick it deep, again, we're always prepared for any type of kick they're gonna have. They're gonna have number 21. You'll hear me on this show gonna talk a lot about number 21 a lot. He's their punter. He's their field goal kicker, PAT, kickoff returner, punt returner, along with number 1. They're their two better athletes, both on offense and defense. And number 21, like I said, he'll be their punter. Number 1 will be their main punt returner and kick returner. They don't really. Last year, I know they showed a little bit of starburst early on in the year, but this year they're more of a wedge return and just trying to, like I said, that now they do run a good wedge. They had one return against Deming, number 1 kickoff return. So even though they're very sound in what they do, they might not do the gimmicky things, but they're very sound in what they do. And if we're not sound, they're gonna make us pay.
Well, you talked about a couple of the players, their numbers, and you said it sounds like they may go both ways. Before we go to the defensive side, how many do they have starting both ways that you guys recognize?
Starting about 7, but they have several more who rotate in. Number 74, one of their D linemen is probably their best offensive lineman. So hopefully, some of the things we've shown them, we can take advantage of, again, like we do with a lot of other teams with the two-way starters. Get
them worn down.
Yes, sir.
So let's go over to that defensive side. Give the fans what they can expect in terms of size and what kind of front and maybe their secondary, how they're going to react to your offense.
Yes, sir. They run a 4-man front. They base out of a 50, but they're gonna have 4 down. And then they run a split coverage. They might have a cover 0 on one side, a cover 4, cover 3 on the other. There's some bubbles in there that we think we can take advantage of. They stunt a little bit, but like I said, they like to stay sound. And as far as size, I think we match with them very good. They got some big guys up front, but again, I think we got some good, big, powerful speed guys up front as well offensively. And in the secondary, like I said, number 21 and number 1, they're 2 better secondary guys. They're safeties. Number 14's a corner. They're fast. I don't know. I didn't do Lovington, but I know when we did quarterback club, talking about Lovington, they were the best 0-5 team we played. And that we're probably going to ever play, maybe. But Mayfield's going to be the best 4-5 team we played. So don't let the record fool you. It's still Mayfield, and they're fighting for a top seed, a bye week for that for the playoffs.
Get into the playoffs.
Yes,
and Coach Maupin kind of touched on that as well. Mayfield, kind of like Artesia, a lot of tradition.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a good coaching tree. And so I think that fans would agree with that. All right, well, lastly, let's talk about their offense, maybe what their run-pass split is. Again, maybe their speed, and it sounds like with the multiple starters, they're going to have some speed and size. But what kind of an offensive set base do we expect?
They're gonna have tight sets. They're gonna go. They like double lead. They like to run their run first offense. They're 60-40. That's a little skewed though because they've been behind the last couple of weeks. So we think it's more of a 70-30 run to pass. When they want to run, they have two different quarterbacks, number 12, and then when they want to be more primarily run down your throat, they'll put number 8 in there. And number 21, again, there's his name again. He's going to be their go-to guy when they need a big play. They got pretty good tight end, like I said, number 74. He's probably their better O-lineman. They like running a lot of counter. But number 12, when they need to throw the ball, they can throw. I don't know if you watch Goddard, but on that first drive, their first pass, it was a 60, 70-yard gain. So, we've got to be, like I said, on top of our game.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for that scouting report. And Bulldog fans, again, stay tuned right here. If you're not able to make it over to the Field of Dreams, if you're not already there, but you're watching here, as with the top of the hour at noon, we're going to have live Saturday afternoon action as the Artesia Bulldogs are being hosted by the Mayfield Trojans. Go Bulldogs.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
In volatile times, it's natural to worry about your retirement.
Hon, I'm worried about our retirement account.
With today's economy, it just makes sense to keep your retirement money close to home with people you know. We have several guaranteed safe options. Peace of mind with retirement savings. It just makes sense. Western Bank of Artesia, member FDIC. It just makes sense.
Go Bulldogs from Tate Branch Artesia. Tate Branch is proud supporters of the Artesia Bulldogs and wishes them well as they march towards state championships. And like the Bulldogs, the team at Tate Branch and Artesia works hard to make your next car truck buying experience the best it can be. From their great selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep vehicles to the service department, even the used cars are the best. So good luck, Bulldogs. And when you're ready to buy a new or used car or truck, come see the team at Tate Branch Artesia.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we are proud to announce the newly created Freshman Hound Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about. It's a beautiful Saturday in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Kickoff is coming up in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at the players that'll be starting for the teams tonight. For Mayfield, more of a traditional running offensive alignment with one wide receiver, Caden Quinones, a 5'9", 138-pound senior, and a tight end, number 76, Woody Crawford, a 6'4", 220-pound senior. They'll also have three running backs behind the quarterback, Anthony Carrillo, a 5'11", 140-pound senior, number 12. Running running backs will be Diego Guerra, a junior, number 5, Anthony Torres, number 32, a senior, and Josiah Lara, 5'11", 165-pound senior. He is number 21. 5 Mayfield starters will play on both offense and defense. 2 of them are linemen, and 3 of them are backs. Safeties, 2 safeties, and the cornerback are two-way starters for the Trojans. Let's take a look at the starters for the Bulldogs. First of all, on defense, the defensive line, Peyton Deans, number 12, 5'10", 196-pound senior. Number 34, Ezreal Calderon, a 5'10", 230-pound senior. Number 41, Gage Donaghy, a 5'11", 211-pound senior. And number 45, Riley Jarrett, a 6', 170-pound senior. The linebackers, number 18, Davian Molina, 5'10", 175-pound senior. Number 54, Diego Wesson, a 5'9", 195-pound junior. And number 13, Ethan Ramirez, a 5'9", 164-pound senior. The safeties, Jesse Armendariz, number 28, a 5'10", 163-pound junior. And number 43, Josiah Rodriguez, a 5'7", 141-pound junior. And the corners, number 32, David Hammond, 5'8", 140-pound junior. And number 20, Philip Finley, a 5'11", 161-pound senior. Offensively for the Bulldogs, you are used to this lineup, and they're going to start again in this 10th game for the Bulldogs. Wide receivers will be number 10, Matthew Size, 5'10", 180-pound junior, and number 14, Julian Rodriguez, a 5'9", 168-pound senior. But you'll also see Caden Joy, number 19, and number 85, Jathan Duran. The offensive line, number 75, Colby Wooten, a 5'10", 210-pound senior. Jeremiah Gonzalez, a 5'10", 222-pound senior. At center, Omar Salayas, a 5'8", 186-pound junior, number 51. Number 67, Garrett Fisher, a 5'9", 227-pound junior. And number 56, Andrew Aguiano, a 5'9", 200-pound senior. Also on the offensive line, you'll see Ricky Armendariz playing from time to time, the 6'1", 275-pound junior. The slots, Peyton Greathouse, 5'9", 170-pound junior, number 80. And number 15, Devin Fierro, 5'7", 140-pound senior. You'll also see Nick Sanchez in its slot, 5'7", 151-pound senior. The running back, Jesse LaRock, 5'9", 156-pound junior, number 24. You'll also see Bradley Valenzuela, 5'8", 142-pound senior. And the quarterback, number 39, 5'11", 148-pound junior, Nye Estrada. Stay tuned. The kickoff is next.
Big thank you to the Artesia Marching Band for helping us out today. Our officials.
Hello, Bulldog fans. We are live, KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio, and we are here at the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Our producer, Gene Dow, all of our crew, and this is Joby Hodling. Of course, I'm joined by Robbie Blue. Hello, Robbie.
Hi, Joby. It's hard to believe. I was thinking about it driving up here today that we're in the last district game, week 11 with an open week of the football season 2022. Seems like just yesterday or a week ago we were starting the season in Hobbs.
It has flown by, there's no doubt. Well, actually against Carlsbad.
Oh, sorry, Carlsbad, you're right.
Yeah, at the bowl, and then we, of course, went over to Hobbs. But, yeah, it's flown by. It's been a great season. It's been a lot of fun. And, of course, you and I get to do a lot of Bulldog stuff. We've gotten to do the volleyball all season as well, and that's still continuing. They've got a couple more district games next week before they get seeded. But, yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Las Cruces. You know, our from here in the press box looking back to the east, we get to see the Oregon Mountains and all the trees, and it's a nice, great facility here at the Field of Dreams.
59 degrees, let's just call it an even 60. Perfect day, not hardly just as you said, a small breeze, but sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. ready for some Saturday afternoon football here at the Field of Dreams. I know last night our other district teams played, Roswell versus Goddard, and Roswell won that game 42-7 in Roswell. So this is the last district game to be played in our district in 2022.
Yeah, the Mayfield Trojans just came onto the field. The Bulldogs are behind the banner that the cheerleaders made, and they'll be bursting through that here in just a minute. I was trying to read it. Is it a trick or treat, smell my feet? Is that what it says?
Trick or treat, smell my feet, defeat.
Smell defeat.
Smell defeat.
Smell trick or treat, smell defeat. And so, yeah, so there come the Bulldogs as they break through the banner. Great crowd here for Artesia, Mayfield. In fact, we've got them outnumbered by quite a bit at this point. But we've got a few minutes before the ball game, so maybe they'll be filing in here, the Mayfield Trojan faithful. Dog pile going. And yeah, last night was a great game for our district as two huge rivals in Roswell. You know, crosstown rivals had the game. And Roswell, you know, was able to take care of business, got the big win 42-7. So they're now 2-1. Of course, the Bulldogs, we own our own path here. If we get this win today, we'll be 3-0. We'll be the district champs. Mayfield 0-2, Goddard now 1-2 in district.
Yeah, Roswell jumped out quick on Goddard last night, kind of like Artesia did on Roswell. And then they just, you know, their defense was stellar as Goddard only scored 7 points. And their offense, as always, was very good, to scoring those 42 points. But, yeah, number 2, number 4 last night going against each other at the Wool Bowl. And Roswell comes out, number 2 team comes out victorious.
All right, so we're getting ready to start our game here as the Mayfield Trojans, and I missed it. I did not see the who won the toss, but Mayfield is kicking. So they either won and deferred, or the Artesia Bulldogs won the toss and elected to receive. But the Bulldogs will be defending the north goal here to start the ball game. Our Las Cruces kicking, of course, from the south side. And talking to Coach Olivas this week, and if you were watching earlier in the pregame show, you saw him talk about the fact we don't anticipate them kicking to us deep due to our starburst, but they're lining up to kick, so we'll see what's going to happen. It is a college day atmosphere starting at noon. Normally these games start at 1, but going to start at noon here, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, Bulldogs in the regular starburst with 3 back deep, Saiz, Sanchez, and Fierro.
All right, so they've got the ball on the near hash. The kicker for Las Cruces will kick it, and it will be a squib. It's straight up into the air. Bulldog catches it. Went off of an up front Bulldog. Good job there by, who caught that, Saiz?
No, that's number 18,
Oh.
Davian Molina came down with that ball.
So the ball went straight up in the air. For those listening on the radio, it went off of a Bulldog up on the front line, a hard kick, and went straight up in the air, and Molina caught it like a pass and went straight to the ground. So great field position at our own 44-yard line.
You have to believe that was intentional, too. They tell him kick it hard at a lineman.
Yeah. And I don't think we have actually any linemen up on that front line.
Oh, yeah, but the front
line.
Yes.
So I know what you mean. All right, so we're going to start at in the middle of the field. The Bulldogs are, as they, in our standard A formation, Estrada with LaRock to his right. Takes a look over, turns, hands it off, and actually, that is Estrada, and he gets nowhere, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just a run to the right there, and Butler, number 55 for the Trojans, was waiting on him. Made the first hit as some others came in to make that tackle. It's interesting, Joby, that, well, we're going quick here. I'll wait.
Bulldog getting right back up on the ball. And to stay in their formation, Estrada with LaRock to his left this time, fakes the handoff, turns, throws the out route. It's caught over there, and it's going to be a big pickup. He breaks the tackle. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. 10-5, touchdown, Artesia.
Devin Fierro just ran that out route, and then his athleticism took over as he cut up, made one man miss, and then ran through another tackle, and then up the sideline. Rodriguez was down the field to block for him, and there was really nobody to block. So great play by Fierro. I was going to say before that, Joby, they're trying to sneak a linebacker in and cover a slot with a safety, and second play, Bulldogs read that and hit Fierro as the safety was trying to cover him.
Yeah, now they go into they're going to run the fake, and getting in for the 2-point conversion is LaRock. So the Bulldogs go up 8-0 with 11:21 to go here in the first quarter. Quick strike, just an out route, Robbie, but like you said, gets down the field quickly, and the Bulldogs lead 8-0. We're going to take a break and hear from Turpinning & Son.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
We are back here at the Field of Dreams as the Artesia Bulldogs lead the Las Cruces Mayfield Trojans 8-0 with 11:21 to go here in the first quarter.
Devin Fiera with a long touchdown catch and run, his 4th touchdown on the year for the Bulldogs.
I think we were at our own 44, so that's a 56-yard run, catch and run. That kick over to the right side kind of bobbled back there by the returner, and then he's knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. That's where Mayfield will start.
Madrid catching that for the Trojans, bobbled it just for a second, then tried to come up the left sideline before Watkins for the Bulldogs knocked him out of bounds.
All right, so they will start them. I think he marked it right at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mayfield Trojans as the quarterback, number 12, Anthony Carrillo, goes into the huddle with his offense.
Look at the ball boy.
I didn't see him.
Little bitty guy running off.
Oh, over there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Actually put it about the nose of the football on the 21. Creel goes under center, has a full house backfield, turns it to lead to the left side, and getting around the corner there, boy, there was a hold. I don't see a flag, though, and a pickup of about 2. Good job there by the Bulldogs stretching that out.
Yeah, Bulldogs stacking that inside and wanting to stop the zones, and then so they bounce it outside or go outside with it. Finley Rascon comes up, makes a great open field tackle.
So actually get to the 24-yard line, nose of the ball on the 24, so it'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans as the ball now on the far hash from us here in the press box. Again, going to come in. Nope, this time they're going to change up their offense. Quarterback is in the shotgun. Carrillo, he has a running back behind him. Got a little bunch set of trips on this right side. Snap is back, turns, hands it off. Bulldogs are there, but he kind of busts through a little bit. Robbie picks up a yard. Looked like he was going to be swallowed under.
Yeah, just trying to run that up the middle with a little counter or trap play, and Calderon, Donaghy, Wesson, all that interior strength of the Bulldog defense was right there. As you mentioned, they hit him, and he did fall forward to gain a few yards.
So Diego Guerrera, the junior, number 5, was the running back. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Trojans as the ball now in the middle of the field. And they're going to come back out in that little bunch set here to the right side. Guerrera to the right of the quarterback, Carrillo, brings a man in motion. Now they got 4. They're going to flood the zone. Bulldogs putting on some pressure, and there's a sack.
First one there is Riley Jarrett playing his defensive end linebacker position on the right side. Tried to roll out to the left was quarterback Carrillo, and then Riley Jarrett just closed on him. Didn't even tackle him. Got an arm on him, threw him to the ground with one arm.
Going to be an 8-yard loss on that sack, so they'll come out, bring out their punting unit, will the Mayfield Trojans. And really, what do you do here? You try to kick it away from our punt return team, Robbie, but we've been very successful as they line up like they're going to run a play, but now backing up. And number 12, I believe, is their punter. As he backs up, he's on his own 4-yard line. He's a lefty, and they're going to kick it away all right. Not a very good kick as they go to the left side of the field, and it's going to be marked down at where the official on this side will walk back to where he saw it cross the line, which is going to be a 36-yard line of the Trojans for the Artesia Bulldogs. Great field position.
Yeah, great start for the Bulldogs. Score on 2 plays, get the 2-point conversion. Defense comes out and moves them backwards, and they lose yards. And then the punt, field position, right? We're starting on our own 36.
So they gained 5 yards in 2 plays, then an 8-yard loss. So right now for the Trojans, they got a -3 yards for their offense, but we're early. That's only their first possession. All right, Bulldogs on the near hash. Estrada takes a snap. He drops to throw. Looking. He's going to throw it across to the left side. Well, our receiver fell down.
Yeah, Seiss over here. Seiss running that deep out route, and as he went to turn, number 14 had a hold of his jersey for the Trojans, so Seiss kind of went to the ground because he couldn't get free.
And number 14 is Adrian Villalobos, a senior for the Mayfield Trojans. All right, so Again, in our double slot, double wide, so A formation. Snap is back. Valenzuela doesn't take the handoff. Now moving forward and going to pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards. Didn't see anything he liked downfield at Estrada, so he just goes forward.
And that's okay. He just tucked it, went forward with it, and Duran made the tackle for the Trojans.
Actually, only a pickup of 2. I guess I was watching him as he rolled forward. So a pickup of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs at the 34-yard line of the Trojans. The ball on the near hash. Bulldogs going from the north to the south, if you're just joining us. Valenzuela to the left of Estrada. He takes a snap. Looking downfield, he's going to throw it across to number 16. We're not going to have the first down, but I think we're in 4-down territory. Pickup of about 4.
Yeah, Fierro just went out there, camped in between 2 defenders, and Estrada was looking downfield. He's looking for a go route. Wasn't there. Did a good job of rolling to his left and then hitting Fierro.
So 4th and 4 for the Artesia, a short 4, long 3 for the Artesia Bulldogs. They're right back on the ball. Estrada tries to get them to jump. They do not. Now we take a look over to the sidelines. Going to get a play called into the Bulldog team. They all looked, got the play. He steps up and tells the offensive line. Estrada turns, hands it off, and we're not going to get the first down. Tackled at the 30-yard line. A loss of 1. It'll be first down Mayfield.
That's a good job by Brian Coyle as Valenzuela tried to bounce it outside, and Coyle made a good tackle on Valenzuela to keep him from getting that first down.
So a good defensive stand there for the Mayfield Trojans after having to punt on their first possession. And the Bulldogs try it on 4th down, unable to get it. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans on their own 30-yard line. Ball on the far hash. As they break the huddle, they are going to stay in a more of a passing offense. They've got an X-back on either side of the tackles, 2 wideouts, 1 on either side, and running back to the right of the quarterback, Carrillo. In the shotgun, snap is back. He hands it off to number 5. Bulldogs, great job there by the Artesia Bulldogs coming in and making that tackle.
Gudero carrying that again, number 5, and it's just a kind of a zone play off tackle. And Wesson read that immediately and just shot the gap and made a great tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, tackle for loss, 1-yard loss. And so our middle linebacker showing what he can do, which he's done every week, week in and week out. Diego Wesson, good job by the down lineman as they didn't let anybody get to him at the second level. And as you said, makes a great open field tackle for a loss. All right, so back in the same set are the Trojans. Carrillo with Guerrero behind him in the shotgun in this pistol turn. He's going to fake the handoff, looking to throw it. He's under pressure. He does throw it. Great defense by the Bulldogs as they cradle swat. Incomplete.
That's Hammond. He did a good job. They ran an out route over here, and Hammond read it. He broke perfectly on the ball, kept his right hand behind the receiver, and his left hand went in front of him to just kind of knock the ball away. Picture perfect coverage by him.
3rd down and 11 for the Trojans. Their second possession here offensively. We're down to 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs leading here early 8-0 as the Trojans will stay in that set. Wide out on either side with an X-back. Running back now to the left of Carrillo. Man goes in motion, going to turn, hand it, try to go that way. Bulldog was there for a moment. He gets around him, but they're going to tackle him after a pickup of about 5. It'll be 4th down and 6.
So they're motioning either right or left. At that time, they motioned right to overload that side, and they're trying to seal off the right side of the Bulldog defense. Peyton Deems from his left end position, left linebacker position, fought off 2 different defenders to go make the first hit and make that tackle.
4th and 6. They line up in that same formation like they're going to snap it, and we'll see if the punter drops back, and he does. Back deep for the Bulldogs is Sanchez. They punted away from him the last punt. Let's see what they do this time. Snap. They're going to punt it high up into the air, and it's going to be short of the Nick. He ran into it.
Did he touch it?
He did run into it, but I think he got it. We'll see where they point. They do point. I thought he got the ball. Yeah, he ran right up on it like he was going to scoop it up and go, and it hit him in the leg.
It didn't bounce. He's expecting a higher bounce, but you don't know what that football is going to do. So good thing we got it. We've seen him catch those off the bounce this year and score touchdowns off of him, and that's what that'll do to you right there.
He was able to cover it, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at our own 30. The ball on the far hash. We're going to have our 2 slots and 2 wideouts, A formation. To the right of Estrada will be LaRock, I think. That's LaRock. Snap is back. He's looking downfield. He's got the out route. It's going to be caught by Greathouse. He's going to turn upfield to the 40. makes one man miss and then tackled. And the ball came out, and that is a fumble. He was carrying it a little bit loose, and the ball come out, so the turnover sends the ball to the Mayfield offense at the Bulldog 40. See where they mark it? 43-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen Greathouse this year. That's his 4th or 5th fumble on the year after the catch, trying to pick up extra yards, which he's great at doing. Just didn't have that ball secured. Quinones came up and made the recovery for the Mayfield Trojans.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Mayfield. Ball on the near hash, 8-0. Bulldogs lead here with 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Bunch set to the far side. Running back Guerrero behind the quarterback. He's going to turn, throw a little screen over there to number 6, I believe. Bulldogs play about as perfect as you can. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like they had some blocking out in front, but Molina for the Bulldogs, he split those 2 blocks and just came and made a hit. Peyton Deans helped him out on the tackle.
And not positive, but was that number 3 on the reception?
Yes.
So number 3 is coming off the field now. That's Brian William Coyle, according to the roster we have. I don't see him on our starting lineup.
He's on defense. That is number 3. He's starting in also.
Okay. All right, back to the full house backfield. Wishbone. Snap. They're going to turn, come a little counter play, and it's going to work a little bit as he gets around the corner. Then he breaks a tackle by the Bulldogs. He's to the 35 before he's shoved out of bounds. Pickup of about 7 or 8.
And that's Godetta doing a good job. That's that counter and traps they like to run. They faked the sweep with the pitch and then countered him back to the left side and got some blocking on the inside, and then Bulldog missed the tackle, and Hammonds had to run him out of bounds.
Pickup of about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. This is, I'm sure, 4-down territory for Mayfield if they're unable to get it on this play. Ball on the near hash as Carrillo goes back into the huddle. Down to 5:28 as he went out of bounds, so the clock stopped. Now a little going to have a twins to the near side, one receiver to the far side. Carrillo in the backfield in the shotgun. Bulldogs jump off sides, and that got the 1st down for them.
Yeah, see, they're unbalanced on that. Heavy left, and then our defense had read it wrong to start off with. They started to move over, and Calderon jumped.
Well, they haven't I don't see the white hat. Has he said yet?
He's behind their huddle.
Yeah, I see him now, but
Yeah.
I never saw him make the call. And they're sending somebody off the field.
Calderon.
And now they sent he sent 2 Bulldog players off the field. I saw him point at both of them, so there must be something with their uniforms maybe. Now he makes the call.
Yeah, now Jarrett's coming back on. He was the second guy to come off.
Yeah.
Calderon's not doing anything over on the sideline. Nobody's working on equipment or.
Whitehead is still looking over at the sideline. Still looking. Now he comes back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mayfield Trojans at the Bulldog 32-yard line after the 5-yard penalty gives them the 1st down. Back to a full house backfield. Carrillo under center turn. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be sweep to the right side. Number 8 with the ball, and he's going to be gang tackled by about 8 Bulldogs.
That's Linan on the carry as they're just going heavy rider left, trying to get more blockers than we have defenders. And the Bulldog defensive line are doing a good job of holding their position on the blocks, and the linebackers coming up and helping out on the tackles. Again, they haven't done anything with Calderon yet. Be interesting to see if he just comes back in.
So a pickup of 1 on the play. I'm not sure. He definitely was pointing at him, pointed to the sideline, and he left. All right, now back to a more spread offense. Turn, hand it off, trying to get around the corner. And number 5 will get around the corner. Coming up and missing a tackle was one of the Bulldogs. It's a pickup of about 8.
Yeah, Ethan Ramirez read that perfectly, and then he came flying across there, but his angle, he came in too deep, and he was able to get around him before Armendariz made the tackle.
Calderon back on the field now, so whatever the case was, he's back out there for the Bulldogs. It's going to be 3rd down and 1, as they did pick up 8 yards after a gain of 1 on the first down play. Ball remains on the near hash as they break the huddle, and they're going to have a set of twins off to the right side, one receiver to the near side with an X-back, and the running back to the right of Carrillo. Now snap is back, handed off to him. Bulldogs are there. He will not get the 1st down. In fact, it's a loss of a yard.
Calderon's back, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just shed his blocker, met him in the backfield, and held him up, and Riley Jarrett came to push him backwards. So great job by Calderon.
Defensive line playing really tough all season, and there was another example of it. Actually, a loss of 2 They're now back at the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 3 for the Mayfield Trojans. Carrillo coming from the sideline back into the huddle. Let's see how they line up. As number 5, Guerrero's kind of been the featured back so far. He will stay in the backfield to the right of Carrillo. Bunch set to the near side, which is the short side. Number 1 goes way out wide. That's Quinones. Snap is back. He does drop. He's going to throw it. No Bulldog was there till late. Let's see if he got the first down. He didn't. Where they're spotting it, it's going to be turnover Bulldog to the Bulldogs on downs.
Well, they let the rush just come. They were trying to free up the Trojan over there on the right side, which they did. And when he came up to make that catch, Armin Darris came and laid the wood on him. He stopped him in his tracks, and he went down immediately.
So a good, clean hit. But as you said, the Mayfield Trojan on the ground, when he turned, Robbie, he was hit right in the thighs.
Oh, my gosh.
And so probably just a good thigh, bang on his thigh there. Hopefully he's okay. They've got trainers out talking to him. But it is a turnover. Bulldogs hold on 4th down on short yards. And so Bulldog offense on the sideline, Mayfield Trojans defense on the sideline waiting for the outcome of the young man injured.
Yeah, they had some success there for a few series or plays. That running that unbalanced and just coming counter plays and get behind that block. And it is Guerrero, and he's sitting up, so it looks like he'll be okay. But they had success there, but then the Bulldog defense stiffened up there and shut that down.
All right, so he is up and walking off on his own power, which is good to see. And both sets of fans give him a hand of applause for that. So the Bulldog offense get another shot at it. We score on our first drive fairly easily on the second play on a long catch and pass and catch and then run. But second and, we've had it 2 series, I guess. No, 3.
3.
Which we turned it over on our fumble on our third one. Second, we had to punt. Third one, we turned it over. All right, are we missing a player? No, we got Tripp. No.
Yeah, we got Trips left.
There he is. Going to throw it down the field. That's going to be caught, and a big pickup all the way out to the 39-yard line.
So go Trips left that time. They adjust. Greathouse just gets right behind his receiver, breaks in a little bit. Good. That's a good window. It's a perfect window in there that Estrada hit Greathouse in.
Now Trips to the near side. Running back in the backfield is going to be, I think that is Valenzuela to the left of Estrada. No, that's Rock to the left of Estrada now. Trips to the near side. Snap is back. He's looking to the far side. He's going to throw it down there. It's going to be caught. He was in bounds, and he was not.
That's a great catch by number 84 for the Bulldogs, which it's not Duran. Who's 84? It is Duran. The defender was right on him. Ball was a little behind him, and he just reached up and grabbed that, but as you said, out of bounds.
Well, it was good. It was kind of a back shoulder throw. He caught it on his back shoulder, but both feet out of bounds.
But that's Rodriguez, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Okay,
Rodriguez.
Yep.
Snap back, looking down the field, going to throw a little screen to the left side and running down to the 50, makes a man almost miss and gets forward another 4 yards. And I think that's Valenzuela. That is who it is. Big pickup, first down.
Yeah, number 16, Villapando, down the field for the Trojans. But Valenzuela, good job. Boy, Estrada laid that up high in the air to get it over the lineman that was coming at him. Valenzuela did a good job of getting it yards after the catch.
Trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Valenzuela to the left of Estrada in the backfield. Shotgun. Snap is back. He's going to turn and throw it real quick to the uncovered man, and that's going to be a pickup of about, let's see where they mark it, about 8 yards. Maybe they're going to mark him down with 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that's number 81 for the Bulldogs that caught that, and that's Ethan Kahn. Good job by him. Boy, the Bulldogs, what do you do against them, right? You leave uncovered. We hit it real quick. If you walk them all up, we hand the ball off, we throw screens, we go deep. It's just difficult, Joby.
Yeah, our offense makes it hard on any defense. Get back to our A formation, ball in the middle of the field. Snap is back. Estrada looking downfield. He's got a man deep. It's going to be intercepted. They played safety, and center field back there, number 16, comes up with it.
Yeah, so Estrada trying to hit, that is Duran over there that time on the deep post route, and I don't think he saw the safety there at all. Safety was just sitting center field, laid it up in the air, and number 16, Villapando, did a good job going up and getting that. So 2 turnovers on the Bulldogs here early.
Yeah, we've got 1 minute 58 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The score 8-0, Bulldogs over the Trojans, as they will take over on their own 10-yard line after the interception. So we've had a fumble and now an interception. They displayed center field back there, and as you pointed out, not sure that Estrada saw him. And so easy interception for the Mayfield Trojans as they break the huddle. And they've got the pistol formation going with a wide out in the slot to the far side. Ball near the middle of the field. Snap is back. Going to turn, hand it off, and immediately tackled. It looks like for a loss.
That's good to see him back in the game. Riley Jarrett just came off the edge, and as soon as he got the ball, Jarrett was there for a tackle for loss. Boy, Jarrett just playing a good game so far.
1 yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Trojans as they're definitely taking their time and on offense, and rightfully so, try to keep the Bulldog offense off the field. Although they've created 2 turnovers and forced us to punt once. So good game plan so far for the Trojans against our high-powered offense. Again, the pistol formation. Carrillo takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff, throw it out here on the screen. It's dropped. Bulldogs were coming hard to make a tackle, but it was dropped by number 1 for the Trojans.
Yeah, that's Quinones. I think he turned his head up the field. That's usually what happens on those plays. Good release by Carrillo. He just dropped the ball. What else can we say?
So coming up hard were 2 Bulldogs, but again, didn't have to lay the hit because the ball fell. So incomplete pass. 3rd down and 11. That did stop the clock at 1:12 to go here in the first quarter as Carrillo comes from the sideline into his huddle to get the play to his offensive teammates. Ball in the middle of the field. They're going to go that bunch set trip real tight to the tackle. Guerrero to the left of Carrillo. He's going to roll to his left, looking back field. Now he throws it deep. Man is down there, and he makes, nope, it comes in and out of his hands. Incomplete, so it'll be 4th down for the Trojans. He separated right there from our defenders.
He did. That's Quinones again. That he kind of started on a seam route and then acted like he was going to stop, and he took off again. Good speed by him because I didn't think there's any way he was getting to that ball, and he did.
Yeah, he burst ahead. It was a kind of a fade route. As you said, it looked like he was going to do a stop, and he just did a fade. And it was a good throw, just unable to bring it in. So it'll be 4th down and 11 at their own 9-yard line as the punter drops back, number 12 for the Mayfield Trojans. And this time Sanchez moving forward a little bit. Standing at about the 48 for the Bulldogs. Here's the, off the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see where the official, he'll turn and walk back where he saw it go across the plane. And so the Bulldogs with really good field position is going to be marked at the 16-yard line of the Trojans.
Yeah, that's tough. They're trying to get him to place that kick, and it's actually number 42 that's punting. I thought it was 12 also, but it's 42. But so I mean, he's trying to position that away from Sanchez, and that's a result of the dangerous punt return that we have.
No doubt about it. Putting pressure on every piece of the game do the Bulldogs, and our offense back on the field, trips to the left side. They have him uncovered over there again. Snap is back. He's going to throw the little bubble. Good block on the backside. Going in for the touchdown, standing up is the Artesia Bulldogs.
So Rodriguez and Greathouse threw 2 great blocks out there. No, not Greathouse. Rodriguez and, I lost the number anyway. 2 great blocks that freed him, and as you said, there was nobody even touched him as he went into the end zone. Well, that was Greathouse that caught it, right? Was it Greathouse?
I missed that.
Oh. I was watching the blocks.
Yeah, I did too.
Gosh,
what
they
I did.
sealed it off. You know,
Perfectly.
They got the inside and outside defenders, and they just blocked both of them. And then
to the ground.
He split. Yeah, I know. One of them's still on the ground.
And one of them is still down. Hopefully he is okay.
Yeah.
But, 2 tremendous blocks.
Yeah, that one that's out there right now, Rodriguez.
I thought it was Valenzuela with the reception.
Okay, and I think it was Greathouse that threw the other great block on the inside.
Could have been. Good blocking by the men up front, the offensive line, who have blocked well all year. Wooten and Armendariz and Gonzalez and Salayas and Fisher. And how do I say it wrong? Angiano?
Angiano. That's number 15, Yaquez. Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay, that he's walking off the field zone power.
So the Mayfield Trojan is up and moving. 14-0 Bulldogs with 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And I believe I'm right. I think it was Valenzuela who had come out of the back. Well, I think it was number 16. They're going to run the fake again. They're going to throw it this time, and it's going to be incomplete. A flag is down, so we'll see what the flag is. That was a wrinkle we haven't seen all year, Robbie.
Now, Jesse LaRock took that, and he was trying to throw it to a receiver in the end zone, but Mayfield did a good job of covering that receiver, so unable to complete that.
The penalty was against the Bulldogs. It was declined, so at 55 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Bulldogs now 14, Mayfield 0. We'll be back.
can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
In Artesia, contact Sandy Stockton at 575-748-1111.
All right, welcome back here to the Field of Dreams. I was going to mention, Robbie, we've got our band here. They did the national anthem, as Mayfield's band is at a contest, I believe. So the band that you can hear in the background, and of course you heard the fight song going there. You know who it is, the Artesia Bulldog, Pride of the Pecos Valley.
Yeah, doing a good job over there, as always, is the Artesia band.
The Artesia cheerleaders here as well. So we've got the full complement as the team, the cheerleaders, and the band all here present for the last game of the season, regular season, and the last regular season district game. Jake Parrish with the kick. He's going to once again put it up high, coming up hard, and catching it at the 20 is the Mayfield Trojan running back. And then he just kind of pulls some Bulldogs forward. They didn't get a solid hit on him. He's able to get about 15 yards on that return.
Yeah, Madrid just came up, caught that, headed straight up the field. LaRock came from around behind him and grabbed him from behind, but unable to get him down as he drug him, and other Bulldogs came in there. But as you said, boy, he picked up a lot of yards after LaRock got a hold of him.
Probably got another 5 yards out of it, so it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Ball on the near hash. They've got 46 seconds to work with here in the first quarter, as Carrillo will stay in the pistol in the shotgun with his running back Guerrero behind him. A slot and a wide out to the far side, one wide out to the near side. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. He's going to turn and run, or turn and throw it across. It's caught as the Bulldogs a little bit late getting there. It's a good tackle, but it's a first down pickup by number 14 on the reception.
Yeah, a good wrinkle there by Mayfield as number 14. I'll have him on the main roster, but is he on the offense? Number 14
number
for them.
14.
I don't see him.
I don't see him on this roster that I've got either, so we're not sure who that is.
Yeah. Anyway, what he did was he came back across the grain. Quarterback's rolling right. He came left, so the defenders were all rolling to the left. He was going, or they were rolling to the right. He was going left.
All right, 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Snap is back. Carrillo turns, hands it off to Guerrero, tries to get around the right side, which he does. He'll pick up about 4 yards to the 50.
Yeah, good job of sealing off the defensive line that time. Peyton Deans was being stood up. He was able to come off the block and make the tackle on Gudetto, but not before he picked up 4 yards.
That'll be 2nd and 6 right at the 50, and that is the end of the first quarter. Artesia leading the Mayfield Trojans 14-0. Stay right here. We're going to hear from Maupin and Brown before we come back.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we're still here in between quarters. The first quarter has ended. The second quarter getting ready to get underway. And our Artesia Bulldogs leading here 14 to and I got a text here, or a Facebook message. It was Devin Fierro on both scores.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony, for letting me know.
So, and that makes sense. He's that middle slot over there, so thank you for that. As Greathouse and Rodriguez threw the blocks and Fierro went in. So that's his
second touchdown on the night, or the day.
On the day, and his, I got him right here again, that's his 5th on the year. No, 5th on the year.
2nd down, and did they get those? Did they get that right? So they just haven't moved the yard marker yet over across the way. 2nd down and 6. There they go. They're fixing it. They're going to have to stop. I was going, wait a minute. Now it's 2nd and 4. So 2nd down and 6 right at the 50-yard line, as they just had to get their the yard markers over there corrected. Stop the play for a moment. All right, back to the pistol formation are the Mayfield Trojans. Carrillo takes the snap. He's going to throw it out here. Boy, I thought he was kneeled down there. We almost had an interception. So there was a lot going on in that play.
There was a lot going on as Lenan caught that out here, and Finley got tackled in his corner position. I mean, he just got wrapped up and taken to the ground, and then Lenan took it down the field to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I thought, that's why I said a lot going on. I thought originally Finley Rascon was going to intercept that.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, he got taken to the ground. He's still talking to the official.
Yeah, he is.
Saying, did you not see that? All right, so 1st and 10 on the pickup all the way down to the Bulldog 43-yard line. Ball in the near hash, back to the full house wishbone. Are the Trojans turn? They're going to hand the lead, and boy, the Bulldogs stopped that right in a hurry.
And that's number 13 reading that perfectly, Ethan Ramirez. But, again, credit to the Bulldog defensive line that, as you said, they're staying on their blocks and freeing up our linebackers to just come in hard on that run. That's a lead play, and Ramirez makes the tackle in the backfield.
2-yard loss on the tackle for loss for Ramirez, and it'll be 2nd and 12 at the Bulldog 45-yard line. Going to go back to the full house. They got number 3 out wide. On an island, may look for a pass right here as Carrillo goes under center, turns. He's going to hand it off to the left side. Another great tackle by the Bulldogs in the backfield.
And again, that's Ethan Ramirez coming off the edge that time. So what the Bulldogs are doing against that set is they're walking one of the linebackers up, bringing a 5-man front up there. So it ties up the linemen so they can't combo off into the linebackers. And Ramirez was unblocked that time because they didn't have enough to block him. Came off the edge and made the tackle.
They're going to have to look at Ramirez because he is hurt. He hurt his left arm. He ran off the field, but he's trying to shake it off, but something happened on his arm or hand. So he is now off the field, but it's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Gosh, I said Ramirez. That was Josiah Rodriguez.
That was Rodriguez.
Number 43, not 13.
Oh, I thought it was 13 also.
Yeah, no, it's Rodriguez.
All right, so 3rd down and 12. They got nothing out of that play. Snap is back, fakes the handoff, and going to throw it down. It's going to be intercepted, and that's Peyton Deans running it back. He's got men in front of him. He goes by the first guy. He's to the 25, to the 20. Oh, my gosh, we got a penalty flag, 2 down in the back. It's going to be a big pickup. Those are going to both be on the return. There's actually 3 penalty flags laying on the ground.
Yeah, I tell you. And it was. Ethan Ramirez absolutely tackled that guy on the ground, took him down hard. So, I mean, I saw the hold. But Peyton Dean's great interception, great return down the sideline. Boy, you watch that every practice, every pregame. Once there's an interception, get out in front of the guy with the ball, and the Bulldogs were doing that down the field. Well, there's a penalty, but a touchdown-saving tackle by number 5, Gudera, for the Mayfield Trojans.
4 penalty flags laying on the ground.
I'm telling you.
And so I don't know if I know it's at least 2 penalties.
Yeah.
They're going to have to choose which one they want. There may be 4 penalties as they're checking on the young man that's on the field, and including an Artesia Bulldog trainer. Looks like Coach Kobe Caton out there looking to see if he can be of assistance. And so that's the 3rd Trojan that's hit the ground and had a hard time, but he does get up, and he's going to walk off under his own power.
That's number 72, Madrid, as you said, looks to be okay. But there was some, on those plays, a lot of times they'll call that block where you come and you can't start from 20 yards off and pick a guy off anymore. You can't do that. So a lot of times on plays like that is what you see. And, boy, when you get blindsided like that, it hurts.
Well, they're still discussing it out on the field. They've got 4 penalty flags down, so they're going to say what we got here. We got a hold on the offense, which was Mayfield. We got a personal foul, and that's the illegal hit you were talking about on the defense. Got a chop block on the offense. So 2 actually against Mayfield. So what happens in this case, Robbie? We got 2 penalties on the offense. The block on the end, I think, probably was after the interception.
Right, it was. So decline the 2 before, right?
Well, you got a hold against the Trojans. That was before the interception. And then you got a chop block after, but you also have one on the Bulldogs, a late hit, an illegal hit, I guess.
But after the turnover. So if we decline, then the play stands, right? The interception stands, and then they mark off. No?
Yes. We declined the holding.
Right.
And then the other 2 penalties, I believe, came after the interception.
Oh, so they chop blocked us after?
I believe that's
interesting.
That's the call. And that happens. They'll dive at your knees. You can get that on the defense. But it was definitely on them. Now, it could have been before, I
know we always struggled when we played Texas teams back in the 80s.
Yep.
Because they could block below the waist
Yeah.
and chop you. And when Fabins or Kermit would come into Artesia, they couldn't, and they'd get called all game. And then when we went over there, we got cut all game.
Yeah.
Because we weren't used to getting out of the cut block.
Right. All right, so they're still discussing what they're going to do here. The Bulldogs act like it's coming back against us. Okay, the holding is declined. The chop block against the defense is declined. I mean, against the offense is declined. Personal foul, late hit, I guess.
It's blindside hit.
Blindside hit. It's against the Bulldogs after. So that's why. So we declined both the first penalty, so we get the interception.
That's right.
As you pointed out.
Yeah.
And now they'll mark off the penalty against the Bulldogs for the late hit or for the illegal hit.
Blindside hit?
Blindside hit. You know, he does his fists together. That's kind of a new one, I think.
You want to say helmet to helmet, but it's more of a blindside. So you can't pick people off that aren't looking on those plays anymore.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Their first turnover, in fact, in the turnover fashion. I mean, we've stopped them, forced them out on 2 different 4th downs, so turnover on downs, but that one intercepted by Peyton Deans. Bulldogs get the ball at their own 37-yard line. A formation. Estrada takes a snap. He's going to throw a quick over here to Nick Sanchez. He's hit immediately, breaks that tackle, and he'll be tackled at the 40, so a pickup of about 3.
So Nick is uncovered over here, and by that we mean the safety is 10 to 12 yards off of him. So they read that. They get it to him quickly. The linebacker comes flying out. He has to sidestep him, which slowed him down, and then Coyle caught him from behind, made the tackle.
Offensive holding called on the Bulldogs, so they'll probably take this penalty, won't decline it, back them up. They do say take it. I saw a coach on the sideline point that we want to take it. It was a pickup of 2, actually. Got to the 40-yard line. Well, that's about where the flag was laying. There, the 43. Let's see where they end up spotting them back at. All the way to the 30. So normally that's a spot foul. So I guess where the flag was laying, they didn't get it quite thrown where it was at. So it'll be 1st and 20. I'm sorry, 1st and...
Yeah, it was from the spot.
18 for the Artesia Bulldogs as they get back to the 30. So 1st and 18, A formation. Valenzuela to the left of Estrada in the backfield. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. Going to throw it over here quick again. Screen, wide receiver. He'll get back past the original line of scrimmage out to the 40-yard line.
And so let me make sure I'm differentiating between the two. That's Jathan Duran, number 85 with the catch. Before it was Juan Diego Duran, number 84. Just a quick pickup for the Bulldogs there as Cole made the tackle for the Trojans.
So a pickup of 10. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And we got trips to the wide side of the field, which is across from us here in the press box. Valenzuela to the right. He's going to throw a little receiver screen out there, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and more as he tries to get around the corner, then neck tackled over there after a pickup of about 13.
That's Ethan Connigan, number 81 for the Bulldogs. Good blocking out there by the wide receivers. Good pickup for the Bulldogs. 2 plays, 1st and 18. 2 plays, pick up 1st down.
8:51 and counting. Back to the A formation. The ball on the far hash. Estrada with LaRock to his left in the shotgun. Snap is back. Going to turn, hand it off to LaRock. He bursts through the middle. He's to the 40. He's going to pick up about 14 yards, maybe 15 before he's tackled.
I like what LaRock does. He hits the hole hard. Good job by the offensive line. Got the 2nd layer. And if there's nowhere to go, he lowers his pads. And, boy, he put the hit on Villapando, even though Villapando made the tackle.
Bulldogs putting the pedal to the metal here. They're right back up on the ball. Going to turn and hand it off to him again. He bursts through the middle. He's to the 20. Makes 2 men miss. He's the 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Jesse LaRock, as I said, if there's nowhere to go, he'll lower his shoulders. But if he does have some open space, he's very dangerous. He made one man just completely miss him with the move and then set up the other guy, and then his speed took him around the right side with some good blocking by the receivers down the field there. And, Joey, I'll just say this. It's hard as a receiver when the run is up the middle and you're 20 yards down the field to just block your guy, knowing that he may be running behind you, but that's exactly what happened.
Great job up front again. Wooten, Armendariz, Gonzalez, Salias, Fisher, and say it again. I'm going to Anguiano. Anguiano. What a great job by the offensive line. He was into the middle of the linebackers before they knew what happened as the offensive line just burst their guys off the ball and really got to the linebackers too. He wasn't touched by anybody. He made that first man miss, I think was a safety that had come forward. And then he does another juke. You said he set him up. He really did a good job. He was running, and he was going to go inside, took that hard setup step, and then just went right around him.
Yeah, and I think the play before that, right, he burst up the middle, and the first player to get to him was Villapando, the safety, and he lowered his shoulders and just, he made a hit on him, and he made the tackle. But that time, he broke up there, and when he lowered, it kind of looked like he was going to go at him again, then just went around him. He set him up even from that play before.
All right, so the Mayfield Trojan that was down is back up, and I think that's number 18.
48.
48 for the Trojans. And he is coming off on his own power. I'm looking at the 3 different rosters we have. If that's 48, Fabian Zuniga, a sophomore maybe, is what is on the one roster we have. And just so that fans know, we've kind of got 3 different rosters we're looking at, and a lot of the numbers aren't there or not matching, so we're trying to figure it out. All right, man in motion is Seiss in the swinging gate. We're going to run a fake again. He's going to throw it in the back of the end zone and catching that ball, number 19, which is Joy. 2-point conversion is good.
So I noticed that Parrish lined up to do the kicking that time. It wasn't Greathouse, so I'm just wondering if they're just going to go for 2 each time without Greathouse in there to kick an extra point.
Well, I don't know. We've gone for 2 every time, though, haven't we? So, and Greathouse, of course, is playing, but maybe has a tweak or something. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Bulldogs 22, Trojans 0, 8:24 to go in the half.
Hello, this is Andrew Davidson, Market President for First National Bank Artesia, inviting you to come and bank with us. We offer a full range of financial products that create possibilities in the lives we touch, and in this community we're proud to serve. Our friendly staff understands the importance of every financial transaction, whether you want to open a checking account or a personal loan or finance your business or commercial property or want to apply for a home loan. We're here to help. First National Bank Artesia. We're big enough to serve, small enough to care, and proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Call First National Bank in Artesia, 575-746-4794. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
22-0 Bulldogs, 8:24 to go here in the first half. They got the 2-point conversion on another wrinkle. I don't think we've seen that play. He had 2 men open. Seiss was the shallow route. Joy was into the middle of the end zone. He throws it to Joy, does Estrada for the 2-point conversion. And now Parrish on to do the kicking. He's going to do a little blue fly right in the infield. Bulldogs have a chance at it. It is going to be gathered up over there by a Mayfield Trojan. Boy, they were coming, Robbie, but unable to get there as the Trojan, number 45, I think, reels that in. No, that's number 15, isn't it?
No, 45.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's Thiemann. Thiemann was able to get to that, boy, just as the Bulldogs got down to him and put a lick on him. But that was, boy, it was a good call by the Bulldogs to try to go for that.
Got a little pooch kick just over the front line. It did hit the ground and bounce a bunch, and I thought we might get it. But as you said, Thiemann able to get there. All right, so the Trojans come back out. I think we got a new quarterback in there, number 8, Luke Lennon. And now we got a stoppage here. It's going to be, I don't see a flag. It might be a timeout for a, well, I'm not sure. I guess official timeout for a player that needed equipment, something.
Yeah. And so they did have 2 starting quarterbacks come in on the starting lineups today, Carrillo and Lennon. They're both seniors. And as you mentioned, looks like Luke Lennon is going to be taking over.
All right, so he is in the shotgun. He's going to have Guerrero to his left as they have wideouts and X-men. Snap is back, going to turn and hand it off to Guerrero. Bulldogs come up on him and play it perfectly. He might have got 1 yard.
Donaghy, I don't know how he does it. But he goes free from his defensive line position and catches a running back from behind. Now, Armendariz came up from his safety position to help on the tackle, but Donaghy from behind catches the running back.
Well, I tell you, I know how he does it.
You used to do it all the time at defensive tackle, didn't you?
I know how he does it.
Yeah.
He knocks the guard off and then, and then he reaches out and grabs.
He flattens out, and he's got good speed.
He does. He's a big kid with good speed.
All right. Calling Joby Hodling.
No, we're going to call him Donaghy. All right, again in the shotgun is Lennon. He's got his running back Guerrero to his right this time. Brings a man in motion. Number 34 going to just keep it himself. Boy, the Bulldogs were there, Robbie, in force.
I'm telling you, it's the way the Bulldog defense is playing, it's going to be hard for Mayfield unless they just break a long run or touchdown pass. The Bulldogs are playing stellar defense right now. They're getting off the blocks. They're staying in their lanes. They're staying home for counters and traps. Just a swarming defense right now, and there's 4 or 5 or 6 usually on every tackle.
Loss of about 4 yards, and the first man there was Peyton Deans, but I'm telling you, a millisecond behind him was 4 more Bulldogs. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Mayfield Trojans at their own 31-yard line. Ball in the near hash. Lennon, the quarterback, talking to his running back Guerrero in the shotgun. Guerrero to his left now in motion again to the left side. Going to turn, hand it. No, he keeps it, and Bulldogs are going to swarm him down. Another big loss.
And that's what I'm talking about, staying home. Riley Jarrett's that backside end, and they look like they're going to run to the right. He doesn't get blocked. He just squats like you're taught to do in his position, and play comes back to him. And he and Calderon make the tackle deep in the backfield.
And Deans was there again as well. So you got 2 defensive linemen and a linebacker flying to that quarterback. And he loses quite a few yards, about 6. So it'll be 4th down and about 18 for the Trojans as their punter, number 42, we side, 47?
Yep.
42. Salmons goes back. The ball bounces, gets through his legs. Here comes Deans bearing down on Salmons, and he had a hold of him, loses him. But he's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Bulldog ball deep in Mayfield territory.
Wow, tough break for them as that snap was short. And when he went to scoop it off the ground, and went right between his legs behind him. And I can tell you as a former punter, that's the worst feeling in the world is chasing a ball, knowing that the defense is coming at you.
And in this case, the Bulldogs definitely were in they were going to be in a return formation. So really there was only one Bulldog coming initially. But yeah, he still didn't get. He got past the first wave, but the first Bulldog, but multiple others came forward. And all right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Mayfield 22-yard line, leading 22-0 with 6:03 to go here in the first half. A formation look, the wide side of the field. Boy, he's wide open over there. Is Peyton Greathouse? He's just going to turn and throw it to him. Throws a little behind, but Greathouse catches it, bursts forward, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards.
Now, what they're trying to do is cover him as a safety, but that linebacker is trying to help with the run. And as soon as he reads pass, to get out there and cut off a short pass to Greathouse. But you just can't do that with the Artesia offense.
Estrada, if he'd have thrown that out in front of him, that might have been a touchdown. He had to come back to the ball, and now we got a timeout taken by the Trojans. So with 5:38 to go here in the first half, 22-0 is our score. We're going to take a break and hear from Adobe Rose. Stay right there.
Keeping up with traditions and keeping up with the new culinary trends, the Adobe Rose is known for using farm-fresh, seasonal local ingredients. Chef Chloe creates dishes that are sure to keep you excited to return. The Adobe Rose menu is ever-changing based on what is in season and fresh. No freezers or microwaves, keeping to our traditions, even the beer and wine list contain large selections from New Mexico. Come experience the atmosphere, fine food, and great service from Adobe Rose, located on North 13th Street, Artesia.
Welcome back to your Field of Dreams. It's a timeout by the Mayfield Trojans. Both teams still talking to their coaches, and now the officials blowing the whistle saying, come on back out. It's going to be 2nd and 1. He picked up 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs as Greathouse basically uncovered. As you said, the safety is about 10, 12 yards back, maybe even 15. The linebacker can't get out there in time, and so uncovered a little behind him, or he might have went the whole way, but makes the catch, and then picks up 9. So the Bulldogs with Valenzuela in the backfield alongside Estrada in the A formation are the Bulldogs. Ball in the far hash. White Hat talking to Peyton Greathouse.
Yeah, in its most simplistic form, that linebacker walks out on the slot, then we run the ball.
He points to the sideline and says he's got to get off the field. This is what happened a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week against it was against Goddard.
Yeah, talking about his knee pads again.
And you know what? I'm going to say this. Last night I watched the Roswell Goddard game. There wasn't a knee pad on any player. They were all high, and nobody said a word. I guess, and to myself, Robbie, I thought, well, if they're all that way, they can't send them all off the field.
Kahn came in for Greathouse.
All right, so Estrada with Valenzuela to his right, snap his back, fakes the hand up. He's going to throw it over there to Sykes. I think he goes through the pile, and he got the first down plus.
So Sykes lined up on far right side and just comes back towards Estrada, gets a block from the slot receiver. Number 65 makes the tackle. Mejia?
Number 65.
Mejia.
All right, 1st and goal for the Artesia Bulldogs at the 6-yard line. Man in motion, going to fake. He hands it there, gets it to him, and he goes on the right side, tries to get into the end zone, does not. He's going to be 2nd and goal at about the 2.
Well, he had a lane on the inside. If he'd cut it back in, Valenzuela went up in there and sealed off the inside, but he went tried to get around the corner, unable to do that as Martinez did a good job for the Trojans.
Heavy package coming in for the Bulldogs as Peyton Deans along with Calderon and Donaghy, and I think Riley Jarrett comes in on this. We got some defensive players in the backfield for the Bulldogs here. And so Deans will be the quarterback position in the shotgun. Go right up. Oh, they're going to go up on the ball. And he's still on his feet, but he's going to be stopped. Who was it? Was that Peyton Great? Riley Jarrett?
No, it's Donaghy. He was in that sniffer back position, and all of a sudden he just moved, went under center, took the snap, but unable to get a push with the line to get him into the end zone.
So no gain on the play. It'll be third. Another wrinkle, Robbie. So we're seeing lots of wrinkles here in this game. We've seen them kind of every game along the path here, and we're in our 10th game. We've seen about 50 wrinkles over the course of the season since game 1. Back in the heavy package. 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line as he didn't get any forward progress. This time Greathouse will, take the snap will be, we got a little trickery in the backfield. He throws it, and that's caught. Touchdown, Artesia. So we hand it off on the reverse, hand it off to, and I think that was our middle linebacker, Diego Wesson, that throws the ball to Peyton Deans in the end zone.
Yeah, well, Diego Wesson, his first option, Riley Jarrett out there wasn't open, so he just sprints out to his right like a quarterback, and he kept his eyes down the field. He held the ball up in good position, and Peyton Deans worked to an open position. He threaded a needle, Wesson did, to get it into Deans.
Now we're going to swing out of the swinging gate. Wouldn't surprise me here to see a fake out of the normal PAT.
Crazy.
We've seen a fake on every attempt so far. 28-0 Bulldogs, 4:24 to go here in the first half. Jacob Parrish on to do the kicking. Estrada the holding. Snap is back, hold is down. The kick is no good. Parrish just got the top of that ball, I think.
Well,
so no good on the attempt.
Estrada missed the tee. It went on the ground in front of the tee, so he had to kick the top of the ball.
All right, so it'll be 28-0 Bulldogs, 4:24 to go here in the first half, and we'll come back for the kickoff right after this timeout. We're going to hear from Spur Energy Partners.
Since 2019, Spur Energy Partners has been committed to the markets we have operations, including right here in Artesia, New Mexico. We are proud of this community, and we work hard to be a good citizen and support our local economy, our local schools, and our local families. That's why Spur Energy Partners is excited about bringing the Artesia Bulldog broadcasts to you. Good luck, Bulldogs, and safe travels in the 2022 season. Play hard with Bulldog Pride from Spur Energy Partners.
All right, our kicking team on the field. Parrish will put it right on the X on the 40. Mayfield's kickoff return team out. 28-0 Bulldogs, 4:24 to go in the first half. So a little trickery, and I said there's a lot of wrinkles, Robbie, and so much so that it looks like we've been swimming. That's a Gene Dow quote.
Ism. It's a Gene Dow ism.
It's a Gene Dow ism. So many wrinkles, it looks like they've been swimming.
And just for everybody out there, he said if they like it, that's his.
Yeah, and well, I'm giving him credit.
If they don't like it.
If you fans out there like it, comment. Put it out there. Here comes the kick. He's going to go down the middle. It's going to be caught at about the 21-yard line by one of the upbacks. Whoa. He's hit big time and taken to the ground hard. And who is that?
Well, that's Herrera that caught the ball for the Mayfield Trojans, headed up the field, and number 46 for the Bulldogs, Grant Johnson, the sophomore, just lit him up, stood him up, and drove him backwards into the ground.
We're going to be we've talked about Johnson this year. He's just a sophomore. He gets to play quite a bit. He rotates in on defense. And he's been playing defensive line. We've seen him playing linebacker. Now we see him on the kickoff team, and we've called his name before. Good hit by Johnson. All right, so he does get back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Ball in the near hash. They're going to go back to the kind of a spread. Well, now they're in the pistol formation. They got more of a spread look. Lennon, the quarterback, takes a snap, turns, hands it off. Guerrero nowhere to go, tries to bounce outside. He's going to be tackled for a loss. And guess who? Peyton Dean.
Flying into the backfield. Boy, so first of all, where he wanted to go, he couldn't go because the defensive lineman done such a good job. There was no gap, so he tried to bounce it out to the left side. And, man, when he's looking, all of a sudden this flash of white and orange comes through there, which is Peyton Deans, and makes a solo tackle in the backfield.
I'll just call Peyton Flash. I mean, we'll just give him that nickname after that play.
He's probably never been called that in his life.
He's pretty fast, really.
He is, but I don't know about Flash.
He has now.
Yes, true. He has been called that now.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 13 as they lost a 3 there. Snap is back, going to turn, hand it off to Guerrera. He gets around the left side. Again, Bulldog, and this time it's the middle linebacker comes in and makes a tackle, gain of 2.
Well, that's Guerrera carrying the ball, just getting outside, and I don't know about you, but they had our corner blocked out here, and I thought he was going to get around him, and Weston came in behind that block and grabbed him from behind to make that tackle. Otherwise, he's going to pick up a lot of yards.
So the middle linebacker, Diego Weston, showing some speed himself, which we know he has. We just saw him throw the ball a minute ago. Flash number 2. And there's a lot of speed guys on our team, Robbie. Even our big guys are fast.
Well, the middle linebacker's catching the running back from behind. That's pretty good.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 11 after the pickup of 2. Lennon in the pistol formation with Guerrero behind him. Snap is back. He's going to fake the handoff and know where to go as Bulldogs are all over him.
So he's trying to set up back there, and Peyton Dean's first Bulldog back there to create the havoc. He sidestepped him, but then Jarrett Ramirez, who 22 and 59 are in there for the Bulldogs with Jake Miller, and let me get it real quick. That is Caden Grantham in there on that sack. So good job by those Bulldogs.
Another sophomore for the Bulldogs. We've got a lot of rotation all the time, all season long. These guys stay fresh. We see rotation almost at every position. It's going to be 4th down after the loss of 4. 4th down and 15 for the Mayfield Trojans. They're missing a player, so they're trying to find somebody to get out there as missing an athlete. Now he does get out there. And do they have a play clock here? I don't see one.
No, they don't.
Let's see if he's counting down in the back yet. He's not. So the punter backs up. Now he's counting down. And we got a timeout taken by the Trojans. That'll be their second timeout. 1:54 to go here in the first half. Artesia 28, Mayfield Trojan 0. Stay right here. Crouch Plumbing is up next.
Plumbing, air conditioning, heating, gas lines, sewer jetting, refrigeration, ice machines, RO systems, water softening, sheet metal fabrication, duct cleaning, residential and commercial. Crouch does it all. When you find yourself in need of assistance, give the experts at Crouch Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning a call. The Crouches know quality matters, and they'll find the best solutions for your situation. That's 575-746-3782 for Crouch Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, serving all of Eddy County since 1967.
All right, the second timeout taken by Mayfield. They were about to have a delay of game is why they took that timeout. They're in punting formation, 4th down and 15 from their own 25. Sanchez back has been unable to return anything thus far as they've kicked away from him each time.
Would love to see him get a hold of one.
You and I both. Waiting on the snap. Snap is back. It's a good snap this time. Bulldogs do bring some pressure. It is a high kick, and he's going to let it bounce, and the Bulldogs just need to get away from it, and they do. So it'll be down at the 36-yard line of the Artesia Bulldogs.
That's good hustle by number 89, Ortiz, for the Mayfield Trojans. It looked like Sanchez had a chance to field that, but Ortiz was flying down the field and unable to just come up and catch it because he was right there.
Yeah, good punt team there, action by the Trojans. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 35, just outside the 36-yard line. As I'm not sure, one of the coaches on the sideline for Mayfield had his hands out. I think he was asking, who knows what he was asking for, but he definitely had a question for somebody.
Warmed up to a balmy 63 degrees.
Bright, sunny skies here. I don't see a cloud. It's a beautiful day, and 63 is just about right for a nice sunny afternoon in Las Cruces, New Mexico. A little bit of breeze. It's kicked up a little, kind of coming out of the south. There is a penalty. I missed it. What was it, Robbie? I looked down and then looked up.
I missed it too.
Well, the official was calling it when I looked down. When I looked up, he was saying it was on the Bulldogs.
10 yards, so I'm guessing holding.
Holding, probably.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 at our own 26-yard line, sorry. Ball in the middle of the field. LaRock back in there next to Estrada, A formation. Estrada takes the snap. He is going to look to throw the ball. Good pocket there. He's got a man wide open on the far side. Number 1, the safety comes over late, and that is a big pickup all the way down to about the 40-yard line.
And that's Joy just running a seam route, and nobody on him. Estrada, good read by him. Threw it up down the sideline. Safety able to cover and get over there just as he caught that ball. But a good pickup for the Bulldogs.
So from their 26 all the way to the Trojans 46. Again, the Bulldogs right up on the line of scrimmage quickly. Estrada says, do we have the go-ahead? The Whitehead says yes. All right, so now he's ready to go. Looking down the field at the defense, turns, hands it off to LaRock. He bursts through the middle to the 30, to the 25. He's still on his feet to the 20-yard line before he's finally yanked down.
So what they're doing, again, they don't really have a middle linebacker. They're walking those linebackers out kind of over the defensive ends, which opens up that middle, and it gives angles to seal them off. So good call by the Bulldog offense there to run it up the middle to the rock.
We're down to 128. He did, I don't know, they stopped the clock to move the chains. So the clock, it's still not rolling. Yeah, it is now. Trip to the near side. Snap is back. He's going to look to the far side. Throws the out route. It's caught by Seiss, or is that?
Yeah, it's Seiss over there. Boy, they're giving him a lot of cushion. And so he just broke his route off. Good throw by Estrada. Seiss whips his head around, gets his hands out, and the ball's right there to catch and step out of bounds. Easy pickup.
So pick up a 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs at the Trojan 14-yard line as they go back to the huddle this time, do the Bulldogs. Coach Maupin signals in the play. Back to the standard A formation. Valenzuela to the right of Estrada in the backfield in the shotgun. Ball in the far hash. Bulldogs going from the south to the north with the wind kind of behind them. Snap is back. Estrada fakes the handoff. He's going to throw the out route the other side. It's caught by number 15. He's going into the end zone. He was never touched.
Now, that's Fierro again, but let me just say this. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and most receivers can't keep their concentration on a tipped ball. But Fierro caught the ball and then cut back inside for its 3rd touchdown on the day.
And he, with his spin there after catching that tipped ball, he just burst and nobody touched him. All right, so the swinging gate on once again. Now they'll rotate out of it. And Jake Parrish on to do the kicking honors. Estrada to do the hold. 1:15 to go here in the first half. 34-0 Bulldogs. As the snap is back, the hold this time on the block. Kick is up. The kick is good. So the Bulldogs take the lead with 1:15 to go in the half, 35-0. And you know what? We're going to keep it right here, Robbie. So the Artesia Bulldogs come out here. I wouldn't say a sluggish start because we scored on the second play from the line of scrimmage, but then we kind of had some things. We had to kick it, punt it on our second series, and then we had an fumble. And then we had our 4th series, we had a interception. But then since then, both the offense has been tearing through. The defense has been playing stellar the entire game.
Yeah, it's Saturday at noon game, which we hadn't played all year, and these boys haven't played. And come out, and it's a different atmosphere, different look from under the Friday night lights. Travel up this morning and then get off the bus and play a game at noon. So able to settle down. As you said, went down and scored, but then offense able to settle down now. But also able to see what Mayfield came in trying to do, and they're able to adjust to everything they're trying to do right now. Defense, amazing. Just, boy, it's team defense too. It's not 1 or 2 guys. It's everybody that is playing well on the defense, and multiple. They're subbing in. It's 18, 19 players on defense.
Parrish on to do the kicking. Ball on the X in the middle of the field at the 40. Here's the kick. He's going to go a little deeper this time. Back, going to be caught at the 15-yard line by one of the men in the back. Bulldogs flying down the field. First man misses, and then several Bulldogs in on the tackle.
And that is Quinones again on the carry. No, it's actually number 2. Yeah, it was number 1, Quinones, on the carry. And Rodriguez came flying in there, number 14 for the Bulldogs, slowed him down. And then Duran was down there, made him cut back in. Then the backside pursuit for the kickoff team were able to make the tackle. Let me just say this. Estrada came in today with 30 touchdowns passes on the year. And what's he had this today? We don't have Josh here with us. He got 3 today, I think.
Well, we've scored 5, and I think 2 of them have been on the rush. So, yeah, that would be 3.
So he's got 33 touchdowns on the year. He's Nia Estrada.
Great season by the quarterback. All right, Mayfield back out there with their pistol formation. I think that is Lennon still in there. He's going to turn, hand it off, and the Bulldogs right there.
And that is Wesson and number 41, Donaghy, in on that tackle. Boy, it's, again, we're going to talk about the defense. Mayfield just sticking with their game plan right there, a running team, and they come in to run the ball. They want to run 2 pass, and Bulldogs able to shut down the run right now on the Mayfield Trojans, and that's going to be the half, Joby.
All right, that does run out the half because the clock was running. I wasn't thinking about that, but it's 35-0 here at the half at the Field of Dreams. The Artesia Bulldog fans on their feet, giving a well-deserved standing ovation to the Bulldog team as they exit the field. Halftime show is coming up. We got a couple of interviews. You want to stay tuned right here. KSVP Radio, AM 990, FM 93.7, and, of course, live streaming, KSVPTV.com. We're out there on YouTube and Facebook, KSVP Radio on both of those. That's our channels. Like and follow us. Again, get your comments out there. We had a great quote from Mr. Gene Dow, and he said, there's so many wrinkles it looks like we've been swimming. All right, we'll be back.
According to the American Breast Cancer Society, when breast cancer is found early and confined to the breast, the 5-year survival rate is nearly 98%. That's why it's so important to take steps to detect breast cancer in its earliest stages. Know the warning signs, learn how to do self-breast exams, and schedule regular mammogram screenings. The more you know, the easier it is to fight this disease. Ladies, take charge of your health. Think pink. This message brought to you by Forest Tire in Carlsbad.
Go Bulldogs from Tate Branch Artesia. Tate Branch is proud supporters of the Artesia Bulldogs and wishes them well as they march towards state championships. And like the Bulldogs, the team at Tate Branch and Artesia works hard to make your next car or truck buying experience the best it can be. From their great selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep vehicles to the service department, even the used cars are the best. So good luck, Bulldogs, and when you're ready to buy a new or used car or truck, come see the team at Tate Branch Artesia. Welcome back to the Tate Branch Fan of the Week, and it is the last week of the regular season. We are in Las Cruces, New Mexico at the Field of Dreams. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. Second half coming up. We have a very special edition of our Fan of the Week broadcast today. Perry Troublefield is joining us, and no, Perry's not the Fan of the Week, although you could be.
No.
But we wanted to take a few minutes and talk about a legacy of Artesia that we lost recently. Your uncle, Bill Gray, passed away, and we wanted to dedicate this segment to the memory of Bill Gray and what he meant to Artesia. And you knew him as your uncle. Tell us a little bit about how that all came about.
Well, he's married to my aunt. So, yeah, my Uncle Bill and Aunt Lynette, they're great people. He grew up in Artesia, born and raised in Cottonwood, and went to Artesia High School, did everything we all do in Artesia. He played football.
That's right. One of the stories I read was that not only did he play football for the Bulldogs, but he was on the first state championship team?
That's right. He was on the first state championship team. He's very proud of that. He was very proud of the fact that he was on the first one. He would ask other people, I've learned since, that he would ask different young men if they played on a state championship team, and they would answer him with one or two, how many they played on, and he'd always respond was, I was on the first one. We set the legacy. He was very, very proud of setting legacy. He and my aunt both went to Artesia High School. He played football. She was a cheerleader. They raised their family. We're all Bulldogs. My cousin Brett, he was a Bulldog, played football. My cousins Suzette and Carabeth were both cheerleaders. So he continued legacy.
That's right. He was an important part, not only for his family, but an important part of life here in Artesia. For those that don't know or don't remember, he worked his way up through Navajo Refining Company, was running the refinery at one point. I think when I first moved to town, I first met Bill over at the refinery. And then after he retired from the refinery, he served this area in the state legislature. I'm sure he had some stories to tell you about those days.
He was very proud of what he did, yes. He served District 54 for, I believe, 7 or 8 years. Very proud of that. And, of course, it's something to be proud of. He traveled all over the state, did everything he could to try to help promote our state and do the right things while he was in Santa Fe. He worked very hard for oil and gas industry as well.
That's right. And he was also a big fan following the Bulldogs. If he was in town, he went to the games, but sometimes he couldn't make it to the game, and he still followed the Bulldogs.
He did. He loved to watch on his iPad, and he would always make sure to watch the halftime show. He loved to see who the next fan of the week was going to be. It excited him to see people that he knew and were aware of and remembered, and it was fun for him. He was very proud of it. And you told me a story about him calling you about Jim Wilburn.
That's right. He always gave me a hard time about Wilburn. He said we never paid Jim Wilburn enough money. And I didn't know at the time why he was so concerned about Jim Wilburn and how much Jim got paid until I found out they were neighbors. And so he was a big Jim Wilburn fan, and that was good to know. But he was a Bulldog fan. He also, this was before the days of streaming. He'd be on the road traveling around the state or whatever, and he wouldn't be in town for a game, and he'd want to find out how the game was going, and he'd call around, wouldn't he?
That's right. He always wanted to know what's the score.
That's right. And I can't tell you how many times we got calls at the radio station, and after a few times of hearing this voice on the phone, well, who is this? Well, it's Jim Shorts. Did he have some other funny names like that?
He did. He loved Otis Elevator.
Oh.
Jim Shoes. He had a few.
Yeah. So always a great fan, and I know the folks of Artesia are gonna miss him. I'm assuming he was a quarterback, Dad, and he did some of that.
I don't remember if he ever did that, but he was always involved, always close to the program, what's going on, and just in the school systems, in general. He was very concerned about academics. He wanted the young men and women to do well and move forward.
That's right. Now, was he a mentor to you as you were coming up through high school? I know you spent some time at Artesia High School and with the sports program.
Oh, we were always very close. My Uncle Bill and Aunt Lynette both always looked in on us and made sure that we were doing the right things as well. And if I wasn't in my house, I was very often at their house because Brett and I were the same age. So we spent a lot of time together, not only my cousin, but one of my dearest friends.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely going to be missed, whether he is, watching online from afar or his presence here in town. And we just want to take a few moments during this interview to kind of remember the legacy that was established by Bill Gray, again, who passed away here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he very much loved Artesia, loved the Bulldogs.
So Bill Gray, in his honor, is named our Fan of the Week for this week, and we appreciate that suggestion. And I know the family supports this conversation that Perry and I are having today, and we are very happy and honored to do that. Anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think we pretty well summed it up. He loved the game, the team, the people. His family did too, and I know they were very proud when we said we want to do this for him.
Very good. Bill Gray, our Fan of the Week in memory of Bill Gray. Stay tuned, the second half in just a moment.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs, with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy. The Tate Branch Halftime Show continues. Right now, we want to feature a interview we had on Friday with Lisa Dillon. She is the band director for Artesia High School. The band not able to march today. Matter of fact, no bands are marching today here in Las Cruces, but the pep band is here. The band is here to support the team. And Mrs. Dillon talks about how good the season has gone and some upcoming events and special announcements for the Artesia High Band.
Our band has been selected to represent the state of New Mexico for the 2024 National Memorial Day Parade. No, not Memorial Day Parade, the Pearl Harbor Memorial Day Memorial Parade. So it's in December. Mm-hmm. It will be December 7 in Honolulu, Hawaii. And
this December 7th?
Oh, no.
Next December 7th.
2024.
2024?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
yes,
not
sir.
Next year, but the year after next.
Yes, sir.
Well,
yes,
that's
sir.
exciting, going back to Hawaii again.
Yes. And it's a great opportunity for kids to see the history. And we have, not only will we be continue celebrating Veterans Day, which is coming up, and we'll be playing at that with the third graders on Friday, the 11th. But also we'll be celebrating in 2024 our veterans, and they have a veteran that goes with the tour groups on the boats that go through the bay there, and they talk to them about the war and where they were and how things came about for
exciting.
them to participate. Yes.
And you get to go to the Arizona Memorial as
Yes,
part of
sir.
that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's been a good year for the band. The marching competition, very well attended. Another superior rating for the band.
Yes, sir. They did an outstanding job. They made first division superior rating from each judge, and that was very, very, very exciting. It's great to realize that when we're out there working in the heat of the day, you know, with everyone else in the sports and activities, and those band kids are right out there with them, and it's nice to see the fruition of all of that hard work and effort, because those kids work very, very hard, and some of them are in multiple activities, so they're splitting time between band and cheer and band and football and band and cross country and
Volleyball and
yes,
all the other sports. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We had quite a few volleyball kids that we were sharing as well, and they're just booking it. Man, those kids work hard, but they're so. I'm so proud of them, because not only do they make good grades in their academic classes, but they're also participating in multiple events and multiple activities, you know, athletics and band. And some of them, for the third activity, is the Skills USA portion and the STEM. Some of those kids are doing athletics, band, and choir. So they're really so proud of them and really working hard.
So the band competition season is done, but you've got some upcoming concert events.
Yes, sir.
As we get fall and into the holidays. And I know the Estelle Yates Auditorium is having some renovations that are going on. So what concerts do you have coming up, and where will those take place?
Well, we have our the next event that we'll be performing for is a fire concert in partner with Heirloom Makers and Navajo Refining Company, and that will be on Saturday, November 5th, a week from tomorrow. So we'll be playing out there, and there will be 2 balloons with canopies, and then there will be 4 balloons without canopies so far that we know about. And the chamber has been working really hard, just a myriad of people trying to make a nice event for that evening.
Okay.
And there'll be food trucks, and we'll just have a great time.
Yep.
On that Saturday, November 5th.
November
When it gets dark,
yes.
The band will play, and
the balloons will glow, or the fire will fly, so that'll be good. The great job she and her team does with our bands here in Artesia, New Mexico. Stay tuned. The second half is about to begin on the Tate Branch Halftime Show from Las Cruces, Mayfield on KSVP and KSVPTV.com.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, are here for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
Hard to believe, but this year marks the 50th anniversary of Smile Expressions in Artesia. Smile Expressions began as Dr. William Greenhaw established his practice in 1972. The practice soon grew to employ 10 people, including Dr. Kay Youngren. After Dr. Greenhaw's retirement, Dr. Youngren took over and the practice became Smile Expressions. And Dr. Caitlin Gunn joined Smile Expressions in 2018. When it's time to choose dental care for your family, choose the clinic with a 50-year tradition of serving Artesia. Choose Smile Expressions.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Hey Bulldog Nation, Sean Smalls here for Rebel Daughters Barbecue. So why are Fridays so special around here? Well, I mean, it's Friday of course, but it's also the day that Rebel Daughters Barbecue is open in Artesia. And trust me when I say it's worth the wait. We're talking about the best brisket, pulled pork, and ribs around with lots of sides to choose from, including Rebel Daughters' signature burnt-in beans. Order by the plate, the sandwich, or half pound. Open every Friday, 11 a.m. till it's gone at 1410 South 1st in the old Weiler Welding Shop. Make Friday more special with Rebel Daughters Barbecue. And go Bulldogs.
All right, Bulldog fans, we are back here live at the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces, New Mexico, as our very own Artesia Bulldogs are looking to shut out the regular season 3-0, or the regular district season 3-0, and be district champs here in 2022 as they lead here at the half 35-0 over the Trojans.
Let's talk a little playoff picture here. Not real in depth. We only got a minute 10 left on the halftime clock. But so with Artesia win today, they'll more than likely lock up the number 1 seed for the playoffs. Roswell, more than likely, is going to be 2. That leaves Piedra Vista at 3. Goddard, I think, will keep the 4.
Well, they've beaten the other teams that are behind them, so I believe they will, even though they're 1 and 2 in district.
Deming will probably be number 5, and Goddard did beat Deming, as you mentioned. So the top 4, 3 of the top 4 are from our district, and each will get a bye.
And which is fitting. It's the way it should be based on what's happened this season. I was going to say that Mayfield was looking to get the 5 seed, but I think with the loss today and with Deming's win, I think Deming, as you just said, I think they'll likely be the 5 seed, which will put the 4th team in our district at the 6th seed, theoretically. And so 4 out of the top 6 from our 4 district, which is great for District 4 or 5A.
Which will give Artesia, Roswell, and Goddard, if it lands all that way, a bye next week. And then we'll hit the quarterfinals after that and have lead all the way to state championship, which is on Thanksgiving weekend this year.
Yeah, it's been moved up, and so won't interfere with the the City of Champs Classic, the basketball tournament. All right, Parrish on to kick. Kick it going to deep and down the left side. It's caught at the 14-yard line by number 3, and then he's going to be tackled there by, I think, Para, first one there, number 29.
Yeah, that's Madrid on the carry for the Trojans. Just got what he could before Para came up and made a good tackle on him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mayfield Trojans at their own 25-yard line, and the official saying, hey, run the clock, and there it goes. It is a running clock, and it's a running. So barring a score by the Trojans, this half is going to go by pretty quickly.
Carrillo is back in there at quarterback.
All right, so the Trojans will come out with a running back in Guerrero to the left of Carrillo. They do have a tight end, which is, I think, number 74. No, number 3 is the tight end. They're going to flip it back, and it's going to be a pass over here to number 3, who is wide open. Busted play for the Bulldogs defensively. Was that the flea flicker?
Well, it was a reverse and toss it back to the quarterback who's standing back there. And number 3, Coyle, had just come across the middle of the field and no one around him. Hammond did a good job of recovering to keep that from a touchdown.
Yeah, he came from the tight end position. First time we've seen him, I think, today with the tight end. And he was on this right side. He went, as you said, kind of did a drag route, a deep drag, and easy completion. They pick up all the way down. I think this is their furthest, maybe their second furthest into Bulldog territory. Back in the pistol is Carrillo. Snap is back. Turns, keeps the ball. He's got a man right in his face. He has to release it early, and it goes off the receiver's hands, the incomplete pass.
Boy, Lennon ran a good route over here as an out route, and a good throw by Carrillo with the Bulldog in his face. And, boy, we saw the head that time on Lennon. He just, right before the ball got there, he was whipping his head around to see who was coming.
So the incompletion will bring up second down. Ball placed back on the far hash. Trojans going from the left to right here as we look at it, from the north to the south. The breeze still blowing just a little bit as the flags down in the south end here at the Field Dreams got some rustle to them. But, again, just a beautiful day here, not a cloud in the sky. As the Trojans back in the pistol formation. They've got a wide out in the slot to this side. Fake handoff, going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be high. Tip drill almost in effect, but it was behind Armendariz. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete.
Intended for Lennon, and as you said, it was high. He's able to get one hand on it. Right there close to him was number 43, Josiah Rodriguez for the Bulldogs. Armendariz was behind it, but he was moving to his right, and he tried to reach back, couldn't get to the ball.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 10 at the Bulldog 47-yard line. Ball near the far hash. They come out here throwing, down 35-0. Clock is ticking away regardless of the incompletion, so 9:25 and counting to go here in the third quarter. As they're going to go trips this time, that bunch set, but they've spread out just a little bit. Guerrero is going to go to the left of Carrillo in the shotgun. Bulldogs showing blitz. There's going to be a timeout taken by the coaching staff for Mayfield. Saw something they didn't like. So we're going to take a timeout, too, and hear about the Hermosa Trunk or Treat.
This is Corey Landals, youth minister over at the Hermosa Church of Christ, just coming at you with a reminder of our trunk or treats that we have scheduled for October 31st, Monday afternoon, beginning at 5 o'clock at 2512 West Bush Avenue, which is located at the Hermosa Church of Christ building. We hope that you will be willing to bring your kids and have a great time, have some good food, fun, and fellowship with many individuals, and to build good relationships. That's Monday, October 31st at 5 o'clock at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
So the timeout taken by Mayfield, 3rd down and 10, and they're at the Bulldog 47-yard line.
Coming out, go ahead. Coming out throwing the ball second half. We talked about what they might be discussing at halftime. I think as coach, you go in and say, okay, forget that half, guys, right? Score 0-0. We're going to go out, play a really good half against the Bulldogs, and, try to get some passing. If we're going to go deep in the playoffs, our passing game needs to be a little better. So come out and try to work it down the field in the passing game.
So the Trojans look like they think they're missing a player. Now one comes on late here for the Trojans. They're got that tight end in the flex over there, actually kind of a slot. So trips to this near side. Snap is back. Quarterback's going to throw it down the field to number 3. He makes the catch, and we've got a penalty flag, probably pass interference on the Bulldogs. Number 3 is about 6'5", he looks like.
Yeah, he's a good player. Playing both ways is Brian Coyle, and just running that seam route from his tight end position again, or just down the middle of the field. And Benjamin Reza had coverage for the Bulldogs, and he did get there early, and he was trying to get to the ball too, but Coyle made a great catch with Reza right there on him.
So a holding called instead of a pass interference, but nonetheless it was a completion down to the Bulldog 28-yard line is where he ended up going down. So another big pickup on the pass play. Almost a post-up play there, as he had looked like a foot on the Bulldog defender. Probably not that much. Now back to their full house backfield. Going under center is Carrillo. Turn, handed off on the lead to the right side. Bulldogs play that perfectly once again. Nowhere to go.
Well, I can tell you, Wesson and Ramirez from their linebacker positions, there's just nowhere to go with those linebackers of the Bulldogs. Defensive line is doing a good job, and, boy, they just read that really fast and come up in the hole and met him for no gain.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball near the far hash. Bulldog 28-yard line is where the ball rests as the players for Mayfield come off the sideline. Number 1 to give the play to Carrillo, the quarterback. We're down to 8 minutes and 15 seconds here. As the clock, of course, not going to stop, just on normal stoppage. Carrillo, empty backfield. He's got trips to the near side, twins to the far side. He's going to throw a little, and it's dropped, through a little outside receiver screen, and it was dropped.
Yeah, that's Coyle over there. As you said, outside receiver just came inside, got a block, kick out our corner, and just dropped the ball as it hit him right in the hands. Good throw by Cordillo.
Defense was right there. I don't know, unless he would have going to break a tackle. I don't know if he'd have gotten very far, but did drop it. So incomplete pass, but that doesn't stop the clock. As we've already said, we're down to 7:40 and counting here in the third quarter as the Bulldog defense awaits the offense for the Trojans as they're made some changes and now huddled up.
And they went to a quick passing game in a run offense like this. You usually go off play action, which takes a while. With the first half, we were able to get to the quarterback.
All right, so trips again to the near side, which is the wider side of the field. Snap is back. Carrillo just takes a drop from his shotgun position, and then he is swarmed under by the Artesia Bulldogs.
And that's number 59 for the Bulldogs. First one there to get a hand on him is Caden Grantham. Not able to get him down as Deans and some others came in there to help him, but he was the first one to disrupt that.
Loss of 7. It'll be 4th down and 17 for the Trojans. I will figure they'll go for this here, but they may not. We'll see as the quarterback Creel comes over to the sideline to talk to his coaching staff. 4th and 17 back at their own 35 after the 7-yard loss. And the Bulldogs have had multiple tackles for loss today, including about 4 or 5 sacks. And that's just another one of those Bulldog sacks right there.
And that's almost a coverage sack because he had receivers down the field, but nobody was open.
All right, so they will go for it as they've got a slot and a wide out to the near side. And now they'll have 2 X-men. So empty backfield here as they'll put 5 men into the rotation as the quarterback does get away, and he's going to throw it down the field incomplete as he rotated away from the onslaught of the Bulldog front 5. But the ball falls, so it'll be turnover on downs, first down, Artesia.
Yeah, trying to get it to number 14 down the field. We don't have his number, but Finley in good coverage for the Bulldogs, reading it just as the receiver was.
So, on one roster, Adrian Villalobos is number 12, but on the roster we got, it says him, but we've been calling him number 12 all game, so they don't have a number 14 on our rosters.
Number 12 is Carrillo.
Okay, so maybe it is Adrian Villalobos.
That would make sense. I'm not that sharp. I just picked it that third quarter.
A formation for the Bulldogs. It's going to be LaRock to the right of Estrada in the backfield as they get the ball on their own 35-yard line. Snap is back, going to fake the no, he did toss it to him. So a toss there to Sanchez, and he is upended, and a penalty flag came in. Let's see what the call is.
That's a great play by Torres for the Trojans. He came hard into the backfield, and Sanchez took that little pitch about 4 yards deep, 5 yards deep, actually more than that, 7. And Torres made a great tackle on him just as he got the ball.
And a flag came right there at that play. I mean, it looked like, so it's going to be an illegal block on the Artesia Bulldogs.
I don't understand that, do you?
I didn't.
Because nobody's back there by Sanchez when he got the pitch. It was only Torres back there, and he hit him at the knees, wrapped him up, took him down. And the flag, as you said, I thought it would, when it was thrown, I thought it was going to be something on the tackle, which we didn't know what that would be either.
Well, so it'll back us all the way up to the 20. So it's apparently a spot foul. 2nd down and 25 for the Bulldogs. I'm sorry, it remains first down. So 1st and 25. We got man coverage, Robbie. Now the safety's going to rotate, but we have man coverage. They're going to try to bring him off the corner. We're going to throw a screen and catching that ball, Nick Sanchez, I think. He's down the sideline, still has blockers in front of him, and then finally going to be wrapped up after a pickup of all the way back out. So it was 1st and 25. He picks up about 17 yards.
That screen is a deadly play for the Bulldogs. That's Jesse LaRock that caught that screen pass, and we've watched him mature so much this year as a running back because he got hit as soon as he turned around, and he was able to break that tackle, stiff arm another would-be tackler, and then just go down and get some blocking before he was tackled. So LaRock with a great yards after catch there.
So it'll be set, and he actually got looks like he got 19. 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Back out at the 37-yard line. Snap is back, turn, hand it off to LaRock, and he's going to pick up about 4 more tackled there. Good open field tackle by the Mayfield Trojans.
Yeah, Bulldogs pulled 2 backside linemen to come around and lead him through there, and they missed Herrera as he got off his block and made the tackle.
LaRock will trot off the sideline. Looked like he got a little stinger maybe on his thigh or something. So several new Bulldogs coming in here on, I think it's 3rd down, but a whole bunch of new Bulldogs coming in.
Heavy package.
Going to go heavy package. Mayfield will make 1 substitution. Bulldogs make a bunch.
And let me say this. It's difficult as a coach to keep everybody in the game the whole time, that where you just call heavy package and everybody comes in. You're not missing one player, right?
Right.
So good job, good discipline shown there by the Bulldogs.
And they're not raising their arm yet, but now he does. Back and he's counting down. Bulldogs need to snap it. They're going to get a
not going to happen.
Delay a game. And he got it away just in time. We will pick up the 1st down as Peyton Deans gets about 5 yards. No, he got about 4.
Well, they couldn't have cut that any closer to getting that play off as that ref's arm went down. They snapped the ball to Deans. He goes on the right side and picks up the 1st down. But I thought he was going to throw the flag. Did you?
I did. He started to reach for it, and the snap happened right as he started to reach, and he pulled his hand away. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 47-yard line. Ball on the far hash as the Bulldogs going from right to left, going from south to north. The clock ticking away down to 2:35 and counting. Snap is back. Fake the handoff to Valenzuela. He's going to throw an out route over the top. You know, it was kind of between receivers. Not sure where he was going with that.
Yeah, Fierro's running the out. Duran's running the kind of seam route or deep stop route. He just kind of, but as you mentioned, it was between them.
So that'll be incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now, as we're down to 2:14 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
And just to give the offensive line credit again, they've done an amazing job this year. Nia Estrada's been sacked 1 time this entire season.
Yeah, good up front are the Bulldogs, and like I've said in the past, so goes is what Coach Norton used to call it. So goes the offensive line, so goes the offense. Trips to the near side, snap is back, looking to the right side, throw is made and caught. That's going to be a 1st down. Oh, he fumbled the ball. And we'll see who comes up with it. I think Mayfield got it. They say they have it. I saw it bounce right into a Mayfield player's hands. And so it'll be turnover number 3 for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jory running the stop route over there. Good timing by Estrada. He makes the catch, and then in his struggle, which usually happens to gain more yards, they came in and hit the ball out. And number 1, Quinones, picked that ball up for Mayfield, and so turnover on the Bulldogs.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 41-yard line after the fumble recovery, as they will come into the huddle. Carrillo, the quarterback. We're down to 1:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And Joy had the 1st down, too.
Yeah, he was at about 12 yards. He was, but does come out, so turnover. So Mayfield with Carrillo in there at quarterback looks over the defense. Snap is back, turns, hands it off to Guerrero. He's going to run right into a Bulldog player, which I think was number 29, Parra.
Yeah, Brendan Parra's in there on the left side of that defense, and they're trying to, again, run that zone play just outside of the tackle, and Parra steps up in there, squats nicely, makes a great open field tackle.
For a loss, 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Trojans, and they are in their huddle. They may not get another playoff here. They haven't broke the huddle yet. We're down to 24 seconds. Now they do, so they'll probably get a playoff here before the end of the 3rd quarter.
Dylan Fisher's in there on the defensive line now.
All right, Carrillo takes the snap. He's going to turn, fake the handoff, going to run it out this side. He's chased down. He's got some positive yards, and then he's going to take the hit and be tackled at about the 40. They're marking down at the 48, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter as we're down to 2-1. So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 when we come back to play here. Bulldogs 35, Mayfield 0, 4th quarter coming up.
It's Chevy truck season at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. The Chevy Silverado is as durable as it is dependable with its proven power and capability along with advanced technology. And this month you can make it your own with a $1,000 accessory allowance when you purchase or lease a Silverado 1500 or HD. So come on in and see us today at Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day. Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here. The Artesia Bulldogs defense on the field. It's going to be third down and 3 for the Trojans as they flip ends. Mayfield now going to go from the south to the north here to finish out the ball game. So they got 3 yards to pick up here. Do the Trojans for a first down. I'm sure 4-down territory, down 35-0. In the pistol, turn, hand it off. No, he keeps it. Carrillo gets around the corner. He'll have the first down and more before he's finally tackled over there by the Artesia Bulldogs.
So doing that zone read that time, actually, they put the ball on the running back's stomach, and then he reads that defensive end, and if it crashes hard, he pulls it out, goes around the corner before Robert Rodriguez able to make that tackle for the Bulldogs.
First and 10 for the Trojans at the Bulldog 43-yard line. Ball on the far hash. As they break the huddle. And Carrillo, nope, I think Lennon now. Oh, no, I was looking wrong. They're back in their full house backfield. Carrillo under center. Going to hand it off on a backside or an option, or a, I can't speak, Robbie.
Counter play?
Counter.
Yeah, they pull that backside lineman that come. It's almost a trap to an extent to trap one of the defensive linemen. And Colin Morissette in there for the Bulldogs, able to make that tackle after a short gain.
All right, so it'll be second down and 7 as they pick up 3 on the play on that little counter trap. I was going to say backside guard pulled, and I couldn't get, then I changed my thought, and then I couldn't, so thank you.
I understand that.
All right, Carrillo back in the shotgun, has Guerrero to his right. Snap is back, going to fake the run, picks up his ball, arm and throws it to number 3 for a pickup of about 5.
Yeah, just a quick pass there on the Trojans to Coyle over there. And Robert Rodriguez. And let me get his number real quick. And Josiah Rodriguez on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Right back up on the line of scrimmage. Third down and 2 for the Trojans as Creel's going to go under center, empty backfield. He's just going to run straight up the middle, and it looks like he will get it, plus some. There is a flag down, and I'm thinking this might come back for a motion. Well, it might have been on us, offside. Nope, it's a not a false start, but a
illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure, man.
You need to drink your zero, though. You need some Gatorade.
I need some.
You're getting a little deplenished here.
I think I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I've had a bad couple, not bad, but I've just had some couple days here of things happening.
So we rotate in our defensive line throughout every game, but we got some different defensive linemen in there, linebackers and secondary, well, a couple other secondary players also. So we'll get you those numbers as they make plays, their names as they make plays.
Down to 9:45 and counting as Carrillo comes back into the huddle. Third down and about 7 for the Trojans. Coming on late is an offensive player, number 8, which is Luke Lennon. And we've seen him running from that receiver position. Now we got a delay game. I thought that was going to happen. I was watching him, and he does throw it. So delay game on the Trojans. That'll back them up another 5. It's going to be third down and 11, and 12 now.
Yeah, one of the benefits that teams do when they signal in the play, they don't have to run the quarterback off or run a receiver in with the play, is you gain that time to evaluate what you want to do and then get the play in quickly.
What just happened? They didn't mark it off.
Not yet.
I know. I was wondering why they hadn't marked it off. So now they do. It'll be third down and 12 back at their Bulldog 45-yard line.
That makes it third down and 12.
Carrillo in the backfield. Snap is back. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw it back. It's going to be dropped interception number 32 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Quinones running an out route over here, and Hammond played it perfectly. Watch him the whole time. He knew it was going to be an out route. He stayed underneath the route and trying to lay it over the top of him, and Hammond went up with both hands, had the ball, and dropped it.
Well, I mean, we're way up here in the press box, Robbie, but I was watching his face mask, and he looked down. He wanted to make sure he stayed in bounds.
Oh, okay.
I think he took his eyes off, kind of like you do when you turn to look and see where you're going to run. He was definitely looking down. To me, it looked like he was looking down at that sideline, wanted to make sure he caught it in bounds. And that just happens. I mean, you take your off just for a minute, and you might drop the ball. All right, so 4th and 12 after the incompletion. And, of course, Mayfield going to go ahead and line up. We're down to 8:22 and counting. Pistol formation, going to turn, fake the handoff. Carrillo, he's going to throw it to a slot receiver over here, number 1, and he will not get the first down.
No, they left Quinones uncovered. I mean, our safety was 15 yards off of him, almost baiting them with the length that it was to get a first down to throw it to him. And then when they did, and then 5 Bulldogs did what we call the trap play there. They just all came in, held their position. There was nowhere to go for him. Wesson made the tackle.
Also number 25 in on there with Wesson. I think I don't have the full roster.
Benjamin Reza.
So Reza also in on that tackle. Turnover on downs. The Bulldog offense will come onto the field. First down and 10 at their own 37-yard line. And Estrada takes a look over the defense.
No safety.
They're in man coverage, man free it looks like. Snap is back. He's going to throw that to the slot or to the wide receiver just on a slant. Good tackle there. And he was down. Oh, he's saying incomplete pass? Okay, so the umpire way back in the back, he had a good line at it, and I guess he saw it bobbling around.
Juan Diego Duran, number 84 for the Bulldogs. It's a quick slant route. Estrada hits him, and, well, he got hit by the defender out there, number 10 for the Mayfield Trojans, Felix, and did a good job. I guess he knocked it loose as he's going to the ground.
All right, so incompletion brings up 2nd and 10. You know, they were in that man free. They have their safety over here on the short side of the field. And our slot had run right by the guy trying to cover him. Now they're going to change it up a little bit and put a linebacker, but he is going to come off the corner or fakes to come off. Now snap is back. The good block on the backside. Rolling away from pressure is Estrada. Now he'll just tuck it and run and go out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
So a little bit of a different look of, well, Sice is in there. I was going to say some different receivers, but it's the ones we normally rotate in and out.
Well, 81.
Which is Kahn.
Oh, yeah, Kahn has been in this game some. Yep.
Yeah.
Joy's in there. 89 is in there.
Which is Porter Hardman. So getting a few other players in there.
And now Joy will come out of the huddle. So I think, I'm not sure who came in for him. All right, so back in that A formation look. Snap is back. Estrada's going to throw the little quick pass over here to Sice. He's going to burst up forward and pick up to about the 49-yard line. First down yardage for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's a great job by the number 76 for the Bulldogs as he pulled outside, got out there, and that's Caleb Martin. Got a key block for him to pick up that first down.
Also in there for the offensive line, number 73. He's the guard on the left side.
Devin Valenzuela.
A little bit of rotation, which we always have, but a couple of new faces in there right now. A formation look. Snap is back. Going to run a little end around. Number 83 with the ball. He does get around the first Trojan. Now tries to get to the corner, and he'll pick up a little bit of positive yardage.
Diego Lopez just took that from the right side, came across the middle from Estrada, and then just kept stringing it out, looking for a lane, didn't find one, kept stringing it out. Good speed. He stiffed arm a guy back 4 yards deep in the backfield to save a loss, and then got a little pickup over there.
Pickup of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs as we're already under 5 minutes, 4:45 and counting. Diego, I had the pleasure of coaching him when he was down in the 5th and 6th grade league, and just a good young man for the Bulldogs. All of these young men are good young men. All right, A formation. Snap is back. Estrada taking a look. He's going to throw a slant route to the other side, and good break up there by the Mayfield Trojans, number 89.
Yeah, 89 on 89 for the Trojans. That was Ortiz for the Bulldogs, Hardman, and just trying to throw it in there. And he did a good job of keeping his left hand behind him, reached around with the right hand and knocked that ball down.
The old swat and cradle. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs as the ball near the far hash. They'll break the huddle again in the A formation look. Estrada with, I think, Valenzuela to the left of him in the backfield. Again, man-to-man coverage here for the Trojans. Estrada goes up and gets a high snap. They bring the house, but they're going to throw it out there to Valenzuela, do the Bulldogs. And he's not going to get the first down. We also have a flag on the play.
Felix made the tackle on Valenzuela. That looked to be set up fairly well, but then Felix able to get past the blocks and make the tackle over there.
Going to be a penalty on the Bulldogs. They didn't get the first down, so now they got to make a decision. Do we back them up or do we take the penalty? And the coach is looking at the white hat, and they're going to wave off the flag.
3:46 left in the game.
Yeah, the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Well, it stopped right now because they had the penalty, but, I mean, it hadn't stopped much here in the second half, and so they do roll it again. So it's going to be 4th down. He waved the flag off. So 4th down and 3. The Bulldogs just staying in the huddle at this point. Letting some time run. And it doesn't look like we're going to punt for it. We're going to go for it as Estrada is in there, although he could probably punt. But down at the Mayfield 42-yard line. Break the huddle. A formation. Estrada taking a look over the defense. Again, they're in man coverage on the far side, bringing a man in motion. Snap is back. We're going to throw it to the far side. Back shoulder throw, incomplete, turnover on downs. It'll go back to Mayfield.
Intended for Juan Diego Duran over there, and he slipped as he planted his foot to come back and get that, so unable to complete that pass.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. They're going to be at their own 42-yard line. Ball on the far hash. Still just a slight breeze here, but just slight. Wind has really been no factor at all today here at the Field of Dreams. Beautiful facility, great press box, and then the view we get looking across at the Oregon Mountains. Just a really pretty place to be playing some Saturday afternoon football.
And great host here at the Field of Dreams.
Absolutely.
They've been great to us.
All right, so we're down to 2:25. Carrillo takes a snap. He fakes the run. He pulls it down and going to throw it out here to number 1. Bulldogs close in on him, and they'll make the tackle after a pickup of about 7.
The corner for the Bulldogs, number 25, came in on a corner blitz. Benjamin Reza left Quinones out here by himself. So good read by the Trojans to throw it out here to him, but then safety comes up and makes the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Pick up a 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Trojans as they break the huddle.
And that was Adrian Flores making the tackle.
Down under 2 minutes now, 1:52 and counting. As Carrillo with Guerrero to his left in the backfield. Shotgun formation, brings a man in motion to the right. He drops the throw. It looks like it's going to be a screen. It is. But the Bulldogs play it well. Pick up a 1.
Yeah, well read by Ethan Ramirez for the Bulldogs. He just stayed home, did not get caught up in everything that was going on, waited for the completion, and just came up and made the hit. Reza also able to help him make the tackle.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 after the pickup. Now I was trying to see, we've got guys rotating in down on that defensive line, trying to get some more numbers. I think 68, have we talked about him yet? 68 is in there at this defensive end. 3rd down and 1. Carrillo turns, hands it off. No, he fakes the handoff, throws behind his receiver, coming on the wide receiver screen, and it's incomplete.
68 for the Bulldogs in the game right now is Jackson Parker. That's not right. Is it? I know Jackson Parker. I don't think that's him.
Yeah, I don't. Is it 68 that I was trying
to?
Yeah,
it's 68, but 36 came in for him this play, which is Parker Jarrett, Riley's younger brother.
Sophomore, another sophomore on the field. All right, 4th and 1. Take a man in motion. Carrillo will take the snap, going to run the option, pitches it to Guerrero. He's got some room. He's to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, down the sidelines, and he's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Big hit.
Perfect play calls. We brought the house from the inside. Major blitzes coming from the linebackers, and they pitched it outside. There was no one out there. Number 18, Davey Molina making the tackle, and Joby?
That's the ball game.
That's the ball game.
Just kept ticking away. Bulldogs played a lot of players, Robbie, in the second half. I know we didn't get everybody's name called, but hopefully all the fans out there that are watching this saw their guys in there if they aren't normal starters, because a lot of Bulldogs got to play today. Big win for Artesia. They are the 2022 District 4 5A champions. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Robbie and I will wrap this up. Bulldogs 35, Trojans 0.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and early detection saves lives. Take care of yourself by staying up to date on your mammograms at Artesia General Hospital. Their 3D mammography brings you the most accurate technology with your comfort and convenience in mind. Appointments average just 15 minutes. If you're a woman over age 40, you don't need a doctor's referral to schedule a mammogram. Remember, early detection saves lives. Request your appointment today at artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Hi Artesia, it's Cambria from your local KFC and Taco Bell. I have something special for all you Bulldog fans out there. Come by and try our new Bulldog Bucket. It's an 8-piece leg and thigh meal with a large mashed potato gravy and coleslaw with 4 buttermilk biscuits for only $21.99. On Tuesdays, we also have our chicken fried steak special for just $4.99. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia, KFC, and Taco Bell.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Alma Mater across the field, the Bulldogs doing the normal thing, and the coaches behind them, the fans in the stands on their feet, Robbie. Big win for Artesia as they close out the season 8-2, 3-0 in district play, and they are the district champs in District 4 5A.
Yeah, 2 losses this year for the Artesia Bulldogs. The Hobbs Eagle, who are ranked number 4 in 6A right now, and the Cleveland Storm, who are ranked number 1 in 6A right now. So the Artesia Bulldogs just rolling through the rest of the schedule to an extent, and even through district had a good game, Goddard, Roswell, and here Mayfield. But I don't want to take away. We won 35-0. It was 35-0 at halftime. Joby running clock the entire second half. They got a lot of players in the second half, but we still had 3 turnovers. We had some miscues. Like to see that cleaned up a little bit as we go into the playoffs.
Our expectations are that the Bulldogs will get the number 1 seed, and I think that that's a foregone conclusion after today's win. They are 3-0, as we've said, but in district play. So we should get the number 1 seed. Definitely going to be a top 4 seed, so we're not going to have any action next week. The Bulldogs have 2 weeks here to prepare for whoever their opponent after the win. Whoever wins next weekend between the 8 and 9 seed, if we are seeded 1, we'll have them the following weekend.
I think the quarterfinals an automatic home game for the higher seed, and then the semifinal final game is who owes who, and all the way just looking all the way down. I'm going to do it to the state championship. In the top 4, 5, 6 teams, Roswell's the only team that owes the Bulldogs, is what we understand. And so if we were to meet Roswell in the state championship, it would be at the Bulldog Bowl. But if we were to meet Goddard or Mayfield or PV or anyone else, we're going to go there.
And Roswell, we think, will be the number 2 seed after their win last night over the Goddard Rockets, so they will be on the opposite side of the bracket. And they'll have to play Piedra Vista, who we believe will be the 3 seed. So the 2-3 seeds will be on the opposite side from the Bulldogs if we get the 1 seed. So we'll have the opportunity. Roswell already beat Piedra Vista this year. Their only loss, they're 9-1 on the season. But Roswell did beat them and beat them fairly handily. And of course, that's a previous game and has nothing to do with the games coming. But you just look at the schedule and see how teams played against each other. So, like you said, kind of looking ahead, if we can get by the 8 or 9 seed, then we would have the winner of the 4 and 11 seed. Is that right? Am I doing that right? 5, 12, 4, 11. I think that would be who we'd be up next against. But whatever the case, the Artesia Bulldogs should get the 1 seed, and great season, great regular season here for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, and looking at it, it's hard to beat the same team twice. We've been around sports long enough to know that. You play them and you have a good game plan and it works, and your athletes, do what they're supposed to do and you win. But it is hard. So I know Roswell beat PV, but it's hard to beat the same team twice in the same year. We beat Roswell. It's hard to beat the same team twice the same year. So there's no givens here. You got high school athletes going into the playoffs, as we're talking about. So, it's going to be an exciting round of playoffs as it gets deeper into it. And nothing given for the Bulldogs, but, boy, it's looking pretty good right now. And let me just say this, coming in at this point, and I'll just say it doesn't really matter to an extent, 1 through 4, because you get the bye. And then everybody has to win out from there, right? So, yeah, we're number 1 coming in, but that just gives us a bye, and then, everybody plays.
Well, this week on tap, this coming week, we've got the Artesia Lady Bulldogs volleyball team going to have their final 2 district games at home at the Pit, taking on the Portales Rams on Tuesday, the Goddard Rockets on Thursday to wrap up the regular season. And so we want to encourage everybody, come to the Pit Tuesday night. It'd be 5:30 JV start, 6:30 or thereabouts for the varsity both days. And looking forward to the Artesia Lady Bulldogs getting a good seed and going into the playoffs. Goddard, of course, ranked number 1 in the state right now. Artesia, on the coaches poll, I think I saw them ranked number 4. I don't know where they're at on the max preps, but nonetheless, we've got a chance to knock Goddard at home on Thursday night. Got to get by Portales first on Tuesday night. So come to those ball games. We're not going to have any football next week. Other way around. Goddard is Tuesday. All right, Gene, just let me know. Goddard is Tuesday and Portales on Thursday. But either way, that's the right way. So come to the Pit those nights. If you can't be there, though, you're somewhere else, you can tune in right here on KSVPTV.com as well as on the radio, KSVP Radio. You can go out to Facebook and watch KSVP Radio Facebook page and YouTube. And so that's the end. Will be the end of the regular season for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs Thursday night, and then they'll have their seeding show the following weekend.
Well, I know we're going to be together calling those volleyball games, but as far as the regular football season, it's been a joy again to call with you and enjoy the regular season and looking forward to the playoffs and what it holds for the Bulldogs.
I fully agree. The fans are starting to, the band and the team, everybody leaving the field over there for the Artesia Bulldogs. So on behalf of Bradley Ross, our on-field cameraman extraordinary, Jeffrey Curtis was up top with the camera. Of course, the notorious Gene Dow, our producer, and Robbie Blue, my partner. This is Joby Hodling saying have a great weekend. We'll see you Tuesday.
It's Chevy truck season at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. The Chevy Silverado is as durable as it is dependable with its proven power and capability along with advanced technology. And this month you can make it your own with a $1,000 accessory allowance when you purchase or lease a Silverado 1500 or HD. So come on in and see us today at Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day. Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
There is a difference.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
Big O Tires proudly sells our own brand of affordable tires. Our Bigfoot AT2 offers improved all-terrain traction. Our Legacy All-Season Plus keeps you on the road in any weather. And each set comes standard with the industry's greatest warranty. Now through October 30th, save $100 instantly on select sets of 4 Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for details.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on KSVP, AM and FM, and KSVPTV.com. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by PVT, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Ward & Son, H.F. Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crowd Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, K Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, La Fonda Restaurant, Weston Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.